What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. The Knicks, we did it again. 2-0 to start the 25-26 season. Man, was I so excited and happy to see the adjustments again. Mike Brown going with the small ball lineup, shifting up the lineups completely. I think I figured Mike Brown out. This was a great game in terms of defense. Offense was very sloppy, but both teams to me had moments where they played great defense. Karl-Anthony Towns shines again at the 5. I keep telling y'all, he's the best center in the East. Y'all want to make him a power forward. I don't understand it. Jalen Brunson navigating different ways to score against the tough Boston Celtics defense. And a kid named Gonzalez putting in work. Oh, and how about that guy, Chris? I call him Boucher. But that brother right there, my man Chris Boucher, who I've been telling you that the Knicks should get, had 4 blocks, dominating the paint to the point where they had to put him on Towns. Okay, so the game was great, but also I want to talk about Mitchell Robinson. We got to talk. What's going on with Mitchell Robinson? I've never seen load management for a dude who hasn't played a game, who's not coming into the season with an injury. What say you? We're going to talk about that and more on this episode of the Knicks Call-Up Show. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes. How about the New York Knicks? I love to see old media kiss up to us. Oh, the Knicks are my pick to come out of the finals. Haven't y'all heard that all week? I told y'all it was coming. Before we get this thing cracking, man, salute to some of the people in the building. My man, Mellow Mike, my good friend, channel member. I see you in here early. HRM the Great, I see you in here early. HRM, how you like my fantasy team right now? My team is dominating the league, by the way. We got the Knicks Cape Madness Cup going on. All the channel members, we got our fantasy league team. And I'm killing it right now. This is my first time ever doing fantasy, man. But salute to you guys as you come in. Make sure you guys smash that like button.
Don't forget to like this video and also
definitely subscribe
to my channel.
And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. So I'm pretty sure you guys seen this the pinned link in the comments. So I'm ready to announce the name of the journal. The 82 Nights. Okay, it's 82 Nights, okay? A Hoops Fans Companion. Salute, listen. I'm going to show y'all the cover in a second. It's fire, all right? I'm going to get to that in a second, but the link is pinned in the chat if you want to get a sneak peek at the cover and the official title for this journal, man. But, talk about this game. And by the way, this is the call-up show. So, yeah, call up. Of course, we're going to be talking about the game. I do want to talk about Mitchell Robinson because somebody got to explain to me what the hell is going on. It's a lot of mystery and intrigue going on right now. But we'll get to that. But the Knicks, man, let's bring it back to the game. I got to give Boston some credit because they fought a lot harder than I thought they would. I'm going to keep it real. I thought there was going to be a straight smack blowout. I thought they were cooked. I'm going to keep it real. But they fought hard in the fourth quarter. I mean, they were getting smacked. But them boys off the bench, man. Joe Mazzulla, he does a great job of getting guys who have that scrappiness to be scrappy in the way he wants them to be scrappy. But I do think the Boston Celtics are too small. they're not going to be good because they're too little. Because if they're going up against a team with a big guy that can play a little bit, not even super dominant, whether it's like a SAR who can play really good defense, who can post up and be a big man on the inside, if they're going up against guys like that, they're going to get cooked because they're literally too small, man. But before the calls come in, I guess I could go over some of my notes. Hold on, let me I got to get the research mode set up. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. In the meantime, while I get this set up, Stevie Nick says they lost all of their bigs. Facts. And I did an unfiltered thought on this. Crush your enemies totally. Destroy your enemies totally. What's the 48 law of power? That's what the Knicks did. Remember, they were saying this team was built to beat the Boston Celtics. That's exactly what we did. We took their heart and soul away. We made them go and want to spend less money because they lack faith in that. Well, Jason Tatum also got hurt too. I think that probably accelerated it a little bit. But at the same time, new ownership, they're like, look, man, we already got the championship. Let's just retool. You know, I got no faith in Holiday and Porzingis and those guys. So let's just retool. Let me get this box score on the screen, man. But I was thoroughly impressed with Mike Brown coaching adjustments. Just off adjustments alone, I mean, okay, he went with Deuce starting at the 2. And I talked about this on the pod. I'm not sure if I dropped the short on this yet, but I said that I think that he may be going lineup by committee. Salute to my man Ron, still Knicks fan. He was the first one I heard talk about changing up the starting lineup, right? Changing up the starting lineup because, you know, you want to give different looks, right? Different looks. If you're going up against Cleveland, play the double big lineup, makes sense to me. You're going up against Boston, who don't got a big lineup at all. You want to play small. Put Deuce out there. And Deuce McBride's defense. He didn't shoot well tonight, but his defense on Pritchard. Listen, this is what I keep telling y'all, right? Indiana, another example. Halliburton is down. Now, Nembhard, who also got hurt, he has to fill in that role. He has to fill in that void. It's a lot harder to be Nembhard when all the attention is on you. Same thing with the man Pritchard, right? Pritchard is a superstar coming off the bench. You can't stop him. You can't guard him, right? But what happened tonight? Deuce McBride, 94 feet. Who's the Deuce McBride? I'm about to change his name. His name is about to be 94 feet. So even though he didn't shoot well tonight, and I know a lot of people going to say, oh, he shot 2 of 9 from threes. Oh, my God, he was terrible. He was horrendous. But he had 4 assists. He had a steal. He had a block. Very active on defense. Still was a +3, even though he struggled on the offensive end. And he held Pritchard. Look at Pritchard's shoot numbers. Pritchard 2 of 10. 1 of 7 from 3. That's a great goddamn job if you ask me. I was hella impressed with Deuce McBride's defense, man. I was hella impressed with OG Anunoby's defense. Same thing. Didn't have the greatest shooting night. 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. But Jaylen Brown was on smash. And then in the fourth quarter, when OG got hurt himself, hopefully he's not. I don't think OG, whatever injury he has, I don't think it's going to be that serious of an injury. And he could take his time because right now it's early. Get your rest, get right. But I don't think his injury is going to be that serious, thank God, because he stayed on the sideline. They was massaging it and whatever. So I didn't get a chance to look at the injury report. Y'all saying it's cramps. Okay. Yeah, I was busy setting up the show and the website, so I didn't get a chance to look at it. So, okay, cramps. All right, that's great. So that's good. That's good. I was a little concerned, but once I seen him stay out there, I knew it was all good. And the way he was walking, too, it did look like a cramp. Because when he fell, how he landed, it didn't look like he broke nothing or nothing like that. Salute to my man BS10 258 in the building. BS10, did you get my trade request in the Fantasy League BS10? I think I offered a trade request for you. I think you got Sabonis, right? Are you feeling my trade request for Sabonis? I'm trying to make some moves in the league, man. Let's see. So yeah, I thought OG Anunoby's defense was really good on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was struggling, except like he had a nice little run in the fourth quarter when he started getting into his groove. But I'm telling you right now, 7 turnovers for Jaylen Brown, shaky at best. Jaylen Brown is not Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is the best player on that team. Jason Tatum takes all the pressure off of Jaylen Brown. He cannot create offense the way Tatum did. Facts, 100%. 100%. But if I could go back to the Big Bodega Cat, right? Salute to Big Bodega Cat. He came in the game gunning it from 3. Why? Because the spacing was immaculate. And guess what? When he's at the 5, he's not in the corner. Clearly, Towns is not comfortable in the corner. That's what that whole speech was about. I don't know where I fit in this offense because all preseason I'm in the corner. That's not my game. You see him passing? I told you, he got that little, the brother from the Harlem Globetrotters back in the day that used to do he got a little bit of that in him from the top of the key. He had one bad turnover where I was like, damn, that didn't look too good. I think that was when Boucher took the ball from him, or Kate, I can't remember which one. But besides that, I thought he was all right. His other turnovers he did have 5 turnovers, but I thought that it was, when you're creating offense, that's what's going to happen. But I like him there. This is, all right, so look. Towns played 1 or 2 preseason games, right? So this is still preseason for these guys. So it's going to be a lot of kinks. I told you it's going to take time. But if we can continue to grind out wins while working on our craft, I take it. Towns was awesome tonight. I thought his defense wasn't that bad. Definitely his rebounding was excellent. And, he was making plays for others. What more can we say? Yeah, there you go. Metal Lock Lemon. Salute to J-Tap Mob, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Metal Lock Lemon. Facts. He got a little bit of that in him. I'm not saying he's as great as that. I'm not saying he's the greatest. But that's the guy I'm talking about, J-Tap. That's the guy I'm talking. See, I know a little bit about back in the days, man. I know a little bit about back in the days. You know what I mean? I know I'm young, but I'm a young OG, man. The quote fabulous. You know how we do Kings County. Let's see what you guys talking about. Jaylen Brown can't carry a team the way Tatum does. That's a fact. He can't. No, he can't. He can't. This is why, superstars matter in this league because they take away a lot of the pressure. They take away a lot of the pressure, man. Like, what Brunson does, you see the attention and energy that Brunson has to expend because these guys, they're guarding the 94 feet. They face grilling them. They playing hard defense. Like this kid, Gonzalez kid who I like, this Hugo Gonzalez kid, he played 23 minutes. I guarantee you that Joe Mazzulla had no intention of playing this kid 23 minutes because I didn't even get a chance to watch the first game they played against the Hawks. I was super busy. I didn't even get a chance to watch that game. I guarantee you it was not on the plans to give this brother 23 minutes. He was out there crashing the glass, had 2 steals, right? Had 4 fouls, but they were good fouls. Very aggressive. He's 6'6". I like this kid, man. This kid, he just knows grit and grind. So he's one of the dudes. Then you got Derek White, right? All harassing Brunson, even Jaylen Brown. All are harassing Brunson. It's very hard on a star to create. But the reason why they can't do it, even against the most elite defense, is because they're superstars. You take a guy like a Pritchard, you take a guy like even a Jaylen Brown, who is a star. I wouldn't say he's a superstar. It's going to be hard on him to create. because that's not his normal responsibility to create for others. He creates for himself. But when you got to create for others, man, salute. Oh, by the way, salute to my man, Coach in the building. Channel member, one of the first channel mods. Coach, I offered you a trade. You got to get back on ESPN, man. I think you got Julius Randle, or you got somebody who I wanted. I proposed like 3 trades today, man. Y'all need to get back at me, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't know what y'all doing with y'all players. Y'all might as well give them to me. I'm just joking. Brown isn't worth his contract. Ooh, I don't even want to go there, Coach. You taking it to a whole nother level. But I will say that I don't think he's all of that. Solid player. He's solid player, but I don't. Yeah, I think you have Randall, Coach. Somebody got Randall. Hold on, man. I don't be remembering who's who. All I know is I'm killing all of y'all. I got the most points out of everybody. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, let me pull up your team really quick. Coach, you know you actually winning your matchup? No, Coach, you got Sabonis. Yeah, you got Sabonis, Coach. I want Sabonis, man. I offered you a nice package for Sabonis. But, Coach, you winning your matchup, man. You might get a win. That's crazy. Derrick White is a better leader than Brown. That might be fact, Stevie Nicks. That might be a fact. But even I got to see it for 82 games. He's shown flashes that, okay, he could do this without Holiday. He didn't shoot well. Nobody really shot well this game. So, it is what it is. I'm not tripping off of the poor shooting performances, even from our guy, OG Anunoby, 3 for 10, right? Towns, 6 for 16. I'm not Deuce McBride, 3 for 11, because guess what? Every single one of our guys did more than one thing. They're not just shooting the ball. They playing defense. Even Jordan Clarkson had moments where he was trying to play defense. Salute to Mike Brown for the adjustment. Like, Mike Brown does things like this, right? Because I'm really into the how would you say it? The particulars, or just like the small details that people will overlook. Like at the end of the second quarter, right? Mike Brown, he takes out Towns, OG, and Bridges because he doesn't want them to get in foul trouble. Because, OG had like 3 fouls, Bridges had 2, Towns had 2. So he didn't want them to get in foul trouble, so he took them out for that last possession, and they still wind up getting the stop on Brown when they put Shamit, Yabu, and somebody else in the game. I think maybe Hart. And so those are the little details that, matter in the course of a season, because those things add up, and those could lead to wins and losses at some point. Stevie Nicks said, how did we have 20 turnovers? Because the Boston Celtics still are a really good defensive team. They're a really good defensive team. That's one thing they can do. They can't rebound, but boy, they can defend. No, they're not going to crash the glass. Boy, they could defend. Now, here's another subtle tweak, right? So, second quarter, we outscored Boston 42-14, right? And the reason why that was magical to me was because in the first quarter, Boston outscored us in the paint. I think it was 14-8 paint points. The Knicks turned it all around in the second quarter by actually getting paint and spray threes, because in the second quarter, we went 6 of 13 from 3. And then Brunson, being the captain that he is, he started to draw fouls. He had to draw at least 4 fouls in the second quarter. Had to. I wasn't counting. He had to. And then our defense turned up a notch because we started to turn the Celtics over. And then because our transition defense is so good. So, Stevie Nicks, this is for you. So even though we had 20 turnovers, the Celtics only had maybe, 2 to 4 fast break points? Yeah, they had 2 fast break points the whole game. That's terrible. So they wasn't really capitalizing in transition the way they should have, right? Even though they did get 16 points off turnovers, but it should have been 30. They wasn't running in transition. So the turnovers didn't kill us like that. It killed them more. We got 23 points off their turnovers. Their 16 turnovers. So their 16 turnovers was a greater detriment than our 20. Because our transition defense was solid. And the 3-ball, let me tell you something, man. I got the stats right here. By the way, this is, see this right here? No more of this. By next week, my journal, I'm going to have my journal, and I'm going to be in my journal. But you see all of this right here? Bam, right? So last year, when it came to three-point shooting percentage, right? Anytime the Knicks shot over 40%, our record was 24-4. Anytime we shot over 38%, by the way, when you cop the bundle, the 82 nights bundle, you will get access to, I call this the cheat code, right? You're going to get all my stats because I'm keeping track of all of this. All right. So when they shot, come on. No, I got it. No, this is the opponents. Where's my 38%? I don't see the 38%. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But yeah, but that was our record when we shot over 40% from three. And also, like when we shot under that mark, we were 500. So we were barely getting by. So the 3-ball, as that 3-ball falls, we're going to be dangerous, man. I'm telling y'all. This 37.8, if we can get that to like 38.5 and up, or around that 38%, hard to beat, man. That 38% is like a magic number. I got the stats somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. It's not on this sheet. I don't know what I did with it. I got stuff all over. I'm tired of having notes all over the place. Might be in my green folder. I don't feel like looking. But incredible basketball. And notice the assists are still not up there yet. You know, the assists are still not up there yet. But it's a work in progress. I believe they said, somebody said, I'm not sure if it was Mike Brown, but he said the defense is ahead of the offense. You clearly see that. You know, you clearly see it, right? But you see flashes of where the offense could be. They're still learning each other. That's why, like, you can still win by learning. And then when we get to game 30, it's going to be even more scary. Salute to my man Randu in the building. I see you, man. Great to see you. By the way, this is the next call-up show, 646-995-8389. Call up and voice your opinion. J-Tap Mob said, I'm getting crushed in fantasy. Hold on, let me see if I can put it up on the screen. Hold on, give me 2 seconds, y'all. Let me see if I can pull this up on the screen. I know this has nothing to do with what we talk about tonight, but you know, the channel members, they in the building, man. Salute to all the channel members that's a part of the Fantasy League. You know, I know y'all see me killing it. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time doing this, but I got a strategy. I ain't gonna lie. I do. You know, I got a strategy. I've been doing my research, man. You guys know I do my research. I'm trying to see how could I show the matchups. Okay, here we go. I got it. So look, this is where we at in fantasy right now, man. The Objective Fan Hoopers, 1044. This is J-Tap right here. Num Gums, 806, man. Getting crushed. Get J-Tap up out of here, man. And then I'm going to crush Dusty because he playing around. I got Dusty next week. Yeah. Crushing them. You want to know something crazy, too? Yesterday, I only had 3 players, right? And he only beat me by 20 points. And he had Jokic. He had Jokic yesterday. And who else you had, J-Tap? I can't remember who you had. Bottom line is he had Jokic. I had Butler, Draymond Green, and somebody else. And we only lost by 30 points yesterday. And I still was up by like 100. Yeah, I'm cooking these dudes, man. By the way, this is the Knicks Call Up Show, 646-995-8389. Call up and let me know your thoughts on the game. I do got some notes here. Some good stuff. Shamit, man. Yo, let me tell you something. I owed Landry Shamit an apology last year. Salute to Landry Shamit. I'm happy that we got him on the team, boy. Let me tell you something. For some reason out of nowhere, he just became a defensive player. I don't know where this came from. He was not a defensive player before he got here. He's hustling, diving for balls. He's guarding bigger guys. He's playing small forward. He's knocking down open threes. That man is impressive. Oh, J-Taz said, I just put your face in the sun. Hey, man. Hey, sometimes we got to get exposed, J-Taz. Yeah, I had to, man. I'm cooking you. Oh, I had Mathurin. Yeah, I had Mathurin. I had Jimmy Butler. Mathurin killed it yesterday. See, look, my team is so fire. I went after dudes that I know a 20-point score. Even if they don't average 20, I know they're going to average 20. That's why I picked them. Then I had my man Stephon Castle on the bench. Remember when Wemby had that crazy game? I had Castle on the bench, and I still killed him. My team is too deep, so that's why I'm trying to do trades, because my team is just too deep, yo. It's not fair. So I want to break some of it up, and I want like Sabonis or Julius Randle. Those are my two targets right now. Scrappy. Stevie Nicks said, why no one talking about not picking up another ball handler? Everyone thought Brogdon filled an important role. He retired. And filling the role is not as important. No, I mean, I think Deuce McBride is it, and Tyler Kolek. You fill the role by committee, and Jordan Clarkson's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. He's a bona fide bucket getter. It's a new system. Even Yabu had a nice three. I'm telling y'all, I saw Yabu in Eurobasket explode for like 34 on threes. Like, his offensive game is he's a good player, bro. It may not look like it because it's all rough. Everyone's trying to get to know the system. J-Taz says Deuce and Kolek did their thing. That's a fact. And even Kolek was playing defense. Everybody played defense tonight. Yeah, I liked it. This was the type of game that I'm not going to say we would have lost with Tibbs, but it might have been a lot harder because Tibbs probably would have just played the starters, right? Now guys are burnt out and tired in the fourth. But, yeah, this game was, honestly, man, I was going crazy in the crib. Yeah, it was fire. It was definitely fire. You know what? In the meantime, while I wait for the people to come in, let me show y'all the journal, man, so y'all can see the cover, man. You pull that up. So this is what I've been working on for the longest time. So this is it right here. 82 Nights, a Basketball Fan's Companion. Bam, this is the cover. Right? It's like a basketball hoop, like in the universe kind of vibe I was going for. And then this is the back. Expand your basketball knowledge beyond all limits. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, like, this right here will expand your basketball knowledge. It comes with a lot. And I think maybe I might have put too much in it because, it has 12. It really has 14 components, but it has 12 components. I'm not going to read all of them. But when you open up the journal, let me see if I can give y'all a sneak peek of that too. Hold on. I'm going to try to give y'all a sneak peek. Hold on. Figure this out behind the scenes. But when you open up the journal off the rip, you're going to see the season prediction page. And the, it starts off with, the basic copyright stuff and all of that. But the season prediction page from the rip, I'm holding you accountable. And we're going to see if you on point. I'm testing your basketball knowledge from the first opening pages. And so we got to get you, see if you get your predictions right. Then, of course, we got the game listen scores, which is this. This is what the 82 Nights game listen scores is this. So it's like you have a list of all the scores so you can quickly reference, okay, the Knicks versus Philadelphia. You have all the games in front of you. You have the score. You have the road home record. You have the close game, whether it was a close game, blowout, was it a good win, bad loss, series record, all of that right in front of you. So you don't got to go scramble the basketball reference, nothing like that. You just simply open up your book and it takes you there. Then you get the stat tracker extended section where you get up to 20 stats that you will track. Then with the stat tracker extended, which is a bonus to that, you're going to get access to another 50 plus stats. So all in all, you're going to have like 20 plus stats. 70 plus stats. Now, you don't have to use all of that because you also get access to the cheat code, which is basically me. I'm doing all the work for you. All you got to do is just fill it in. It's fire, man. I mean, you get access to the 82 Nights Club. The 82 Nights Club is a place where we're going to have journaling sessions. I'm going to be doing a lot. Journaling sessions, stats, Q&As, video tutorials, all of that stuff is in there. Right? And then remember how I did the Knicks in 10 show? This journal has a section for that. So I'm trying to work behind the scenes right now to organize this so I could show it to you. Thank you, Mellow Mike. Mellow Mike says, nice cover. Yeah, it's fine. Yo, I did everything myself, guys. I'm a true creative, and I don't recommend doing it yourself. But my problem over the years is that I had issues with designers. They suck. I feel like I could do a better job. So if I feel like I could do a better job, why am I hiring you? Hold on, let me at least keep this on the screen so y'all can see the cover at least. So, why am I hiring you if I know that I can do a better job? Like, this doesn't make any sense. All right, let me see if this will work. Okay, all right, bet. So look, I'm gonna give y'all, so this is inside the book, all right? So you open up the book, you're gonna see that. This is like hold on, let me see if I could zoom out. Can't. You guys can see it. Yeah, okay. Wait, hold on, let me. Yeah, all right, bet. All right, so now you can see most of it. All right, cool. So let me just transition. All right, bet. See? So look. So this is the first page is copyright page, right? And then this is the journal belongs to you page. You probably can't see the top. But when you open up the book, you put your name, the year, your favorite player, all these things, right? Then you've got the dedication mission page, all of these things here, right? And then boom. Hold on. Well, yeah, this is the quick game finder. So, because there's a lot, because like each game has 2 pages. So, and I gave you an extra game, 83, because of the NBA Cup. Right. And then so, boom. So this is the prediction page. So when you go here, you got to put in, your prediction. What's the final record? So we're going to see. And then at the end, we have a reflections page where we see if you know what you're talking about. So this is the inside of the journal, man. And like I said, I did it all 100% was done by me. Yep. So definitely go get your bundle now this week inside the Knicks.com. And yeah, we'll be shipping them out this week, 100%. Because I already did the hard part. The hard part is done. Now, we just got to journal, I'm still working on some elements of the back office because you will get a back office too. Where you could go in there and then that's how you get your, all the stats. You get the extended stats. All that good stuff is inside the jersey. You'll see it once you place your order, you get access to all of it. So yeah, I've been working crazy hard on it. And then throughout the book too, I forgot to show you, like I have cool like inspirational quotes. Like I'm gonna read one for you. So this is from Coach K. Basketball is a game that gives you every chance to be great and puts every pressure on you to prove that you haven't that you haven't got what it takes. It never takes away the chance and it never eases up on the pressure. So like throughout the book, you'll see quotes from everybody. And unfortunately, I had to include that bald-headed guy out of Chicago because I felt like if I didn't do it, I would have been a hater. And by the way, also too, this is not a Knicks journal. It's no relation to no team, right? So yeah, we use it to keep track of NBA teams. So like if you are the point that I'm saying, if you're a Memphis fan, if you're a OKC fan, you could use this too, right? Now, if you're a Knicks fan, you'll be able to get more because I'm tracking the Knicks. I'm probably going to also be tracking Cleveland too. So I'm probably going to have a journal for the Cavs because I gotta really see what they're about. And then go from there. But now, if you are a part of the 82 Nights Club, you don't have to be a Knicks fan because I will also help you find, whatever stats you need to track. I'm damn near, I'm like, yo, I became so adept at doing research. I feel like I'm a goddamn a sports researcher, man. How I be pulling up these damn stats. It's crazy. TV Nick said I can relate. That's great stuff. It's like an interactive team program with the Chiefs. Yeah, facts. Listen, it's 260 pages, right? It comes with 12 different elements. It's really 14, but 12. And then you'll be able to, keep track of the season, man. And you can look back. So that's why I'm able to tell you, like, Cass be asking me, yo, what was the Knicks record with this? Is because I keep these in front of me, right? I'm just tired, and I know Maxine is tired of seeing these. I got these little thingies all over the place. See this? So that's how I came up with the idea. I said, yo, I need something that I could just put all of this in one spot. You know what I'm saying? Then I got this, right? So this is from game one. This is from game one, right? And look, it's not just that. It's a whole like stack of pages here of notes that I took. You see what I'm saying? So I would have these things all over the place. And then Maxine's like, yo, you got to do something about this. So I'm like, all right, create a journal. Simple, easy, and yeah, I just can't wait till mine comes because that's what I'm going to be working out of. And then I also, so this is another thing you'll get access to as well. This is like the New York schedule. So you don't got to write it out. Right? Because like I said, the 82 Nights is generic. It's for anybody. So anybody could go fill it in. But if you're a Knicks fan, I already did it for you. This is the New York schedule. Bam. I even highlighted all of the ops. At the top, you can see Boston, Cleveland at the top. See that? I got that highlighted. Those are the ops. So yeah. Definitely go check it out. So yeah, I didn't want to because I had to put the final touches on it before I send it out for copyright, because when you copyright something, they don't give you no do-overs. Like once you buy it and you submit the file, you can't change it. So I had to make sure I put all the final touches in it. And it took me forever because I had to, pretty much do it myself. Crazy. But thank you, Coach. Y'all see the Knicks giving hard hats and Timbs to the best defensive player? They should. But I think it's not fair because I think the best defensive player is OG Anunoby. But I ain't gonna lie, Deuce McBride might give him a run. Deuce McBride defense, boy. Telling you, man, Deuce McBride defense is up there, dog. He guarding you 94 feet and he don't get tired. When you got a dude guarding you 94 feet and he don't get tired, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Randall said Mike Brown is much more flexible than Tibbs. Facts. Thank you, Stevie of Steven Nicks. Mad creative. I appreciate that. Let me sorry, I was trying to look something up really quickly. Cause like once the game goes off and I'm taking care of stuff behind the scenes, I don't get a chance to see no news. So that's why I didn't know what happened to OG. But I do want to talk about Mitchell Robinson too, though. What's going on with Mitch? What do you think it is? Do you think it's an injury, or do you think that he's going to be up out of here? Because that contract is just like not getting signed. I don't know. It's weird. I've never seen it. Not even Joel Embiid. Like with Joel Embiid, you know his knee is messed up. Then I heard he hurt his ankle. I didn't get a chance to watch that game. What's going on? Salute to my man Buzzer Beater in the building. Yeah. So wait, hold on, Coach. Are you gonna give me some bonus? Are you gonna give me some bonus, Coach? Salute to my man AP in the building. I see you, man. One of the first channel minds. I need some bonus, man. Gotta give me some bonus. You don't know what to do with them, man. Oh, is this gonna be a regular thing with Mitchell Robinson? Listen, man. I look, I'm the objective fan. I don't have no axe to grind, right? I swear to God, I want everybody to do well. I even told y'all on the prediction show, and I wasn't being sarcastic. I said, I'm looking forward to seeing the double big lineup. But isn't it ironic that Deuce McBride starts before you ever get to see a double big lineup? It's crazy. It's crazy the way it turns out. You know, I'm not praying on nobody downfall. But man, oh my God. What's going on with Mitch? I don't know, man. I think he might be about it here. I'm gonna keep it real. I think he might be about it here. Not right now. Maybe December 15th. I'm thinking like Leon is like, you know what? We don't want to risk him getting hurt because we trying to trade him. It's weird because everybody has an injury report. Everybody, even if you're not a star. Like, you don't just sit out to sit out. Like, it's personal reasons, you know what I'm saying? You know, something happens, need time off. They tell you what it is. It's not just a load management, but what do we load manage? He looked good in the preseason, didn't he? See, AP, you asked who would you get back for Mitchell Robinson? I think that's why there's a delay. I think this is why they're extra low managing him, because they don't want him to get hurt. Possibly. I could be wrong. Possibly. I don't know. But call up. Let me know your thoughts. 646-995-8389. This is the Knicks call-up show. Trying to think. Call-up show, I was thinking about, I just don't want to do the extra day. I was thinking about moving it to Thursday at 9 when the Knicks don't play on Thursdays, because I already do the post-game review, you know? So thinking about doing that. And then Friday will just be a regular post-game call-up show. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot to shout out Josh Hart. I wasn't really I wasn't. Oh, hold on. Damn, where's my window at? I lost my window, y'all. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really going in any order. But oh, hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got a very special guest calling in the show.
Hello,
Hello, caller. State your name and where you're calling from.
this is Yuri from the New York from the this new mixtape minus Discord.
So, Yuri, it's a pleasure having you here. I know you're going through a lot. You know, I'm not sure if you want to share it, but it's a pleasure
No, it's
having
cool.
you here tonight, man. You know,
It's cool. For those that don't know, I lost my mom yesterday,
wow. God bless you, Yuri.
and it's been very hard to, you know, cope with it. But I'm coping. I'm chilling. Hang on, I gotta go. I'll call back.
All right, call back, call back. Definitely send some prayers to Yuri's way. He just lost his mother. I told him, I said, yo, you don't have to call in tonight, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's hard, you know? And he doesn't have to call back if he, you know, because that's tough. But he was active in the Discord server, you know, and you know, he said he wanted to call up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but definitely send prayers his way. And yeah, hopefully he calls back, man. Definitely send him some love, man. That's tough. I can't even imagine that scenario. So definitely send him some prayers and things of that nature, man. Yeah, it's definitely hard. AP, yep, it's definitely hard, man. Yep. And if you are a channel member, man, this is why, you know, get in the Discord, man. Click on that join Discord link, man. You never know when you could be there for someone because this community is like an extended family. You know what I'm saying? We come on here, we talk once, twice, 3 times a week. You know, I'm trying to do so the post game call up shows. I'm gonna do pretty much every game besides super early games and Sunday night games because Sunday nights is when I'm gonna be pre-recording the podcast. But you know, we on here talking, you know, and so you never know what each other's going through. So it's great to be a big time support, you know, for each other, man. Tomorrow is my birthday. She's not going to be here. Happy birthday to you, man. And my condolences to you losing your mother too, man. 3 years. Wow. My condolences to you, AP. It's rough, man. And, you know, all I could do is just send you guys some love and support. And, you know, this is why it's good to have the sports lane because it takes your mind off of that. You see what I'm saying? And it gives you a pleasant. He's calling back in. Let's get the man of the hour back in here.
All right, I'm back. I had to make sure Pops is okay.
Okay, man. Okay, I you know, I'm glad that you know, you were able to get back on. Everybody was showing you a lot of love. I'm not sure if
I
you
see
saw the
that.
chat.
Thank you to everyone who's shown love. I do appreciate that. You know, I'm glad to be part of this community. I really am.
Yeah. Salute to that. 100%. 100%, man. So, what was your thoughts on the game?
AP, before we talk about that, AP put out something that 48 years. You had 48 years, AP. I had 27 years old. That's what hurts. So,
yeah,
it's good to know I can relate to people in here. But moving on to the game. What a gritty fest, man. That second half was scrappy. Boston stepped up their pressure, and I'm thinking, damn, they're about to make a run. But no, they didn't. Wanna know why? Despite the offense being so lackluster, they still were moving the ball. They still stuck to the system.
Facts. Nah, 100%. I mean,
and they managed to hit buckets when it mattered. The defense was unbelievable tonight. I don't want to hear they didn't have Tatum. I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
Because they
nah,
could
no
have won that game.
excuses.
They could have
No
won that
excuses.
game. They could
Yep,
have actually made
100%.
a comeback. They could have actually made that comeback. I'm being so real when I say that. Because I'm
No,
thinking,
you're right.
oh, great, here we go again. Third quarter Knicks. They survived the storm. They
Oh,
survived.
yeah.
They weathered the storm. And that's the thing I'm seeing with this Knicks team now. Think of all of the games last year that were third quarters. The team gave up so quickly. Not this year, though. And I guarantee you this is going to be a trend going forward. This team is gritty. This team locks in. And they hold it down. They know the third quarter is their weakness. Would I love for them to clean it up? Absolutely. I would. I would love for them to clean up the third quarter a lot more often than they should. But as long as they can weather the storm, I'm perfectly content with that.
100%.
And this is you know what's the scariest part about this game? They didn't even hit their stride yet. Imagine when they mastered the system.
Oh my God, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be
And
scary.
now they're learning on the fly.
Yep.
On the fly.
On the fly. Yeah. Amazing.
And another thing is too that come on the defense. It's just been if they included zone principles. One of the things I begged Tom Thibodeau to do for the past year, try something. Include something. It doesn't have to be a 2-3 zone. It doesn't have to be a 2-2 zone or any zone like that. At least include a zone principle where you can hide Cat, where you can hide Brunson when you have them both on the court. For God's sakes, Cat is becoming an actual good defender now. It's
That's
crazy.
a fact.
And when Cat's at the 5, I've had this conversation all year with players saying Cat is a 5. Cat is a 5.
Yep.
When Cat is a 5, he is so much better than when he's at the 4. And guess what? It looks like he's got more freedom to shoot threes. He was letting it fly. And it sparked a run in the second quarter. There was a lot of positives to take from this game overall.
And I could tell you why. The reason why he was shooting more threes is because in Mike Brown's system, remember the center usually trails from the top of the key. You see Mitchell Robinson dribble handoff, setting screens at the top of the key. So when Cat is there, he's also a threat to score. He's not just going to stand and hand off like the other centers. No, he could actually make plays from there. So that's why he was getting the threes, because that's his money spot. Top of the key threes. That's where Towns is the most prolific.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
100%. So how did you feel about Josh Hart coming in, getting them all them rebounds off the bench?
I made a good point in the Discord when I talked about Hart. And this is what I said. I love Josh Hart as a player. He brings a grittiness. He brings a double-edged sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He brings a double-edged sword. He can give you rebounds, assists. He can play the point guard role when he wants to. He's a very underrated facilitator, if you want my honest opinion. Very underrated facilitator. The reason why that's why I love Josh Hart. I hated one version of Josh Hart. The Josh Hart that was under Tom Thibodeau's system. You get a gritty defender. You get a pesky defender. But then you get him burned out from playing 45 minutes a night.
Yeah.
And you also get a Josh Hart that doesn't shoot the ball.
Right.
From three. Right?
Right. Yep.
But you put him in Mike Brown's version. the Josh Hart version of Mike Brown. Gritty. Will tear your head off for a rebound and facilitate at a faster pace. Spread the floor, attack, dribble penetrate, kick out. Josh Hart is the perfect fit for Mike Brown's system. And I wouldn't be surprised if he utilizes him a lot more. And here's the thing. Mike Brown is just getting started. He puts in Ariel Hokaporti in the starting rotation, right? Because of Mitch injury. Next thing you know, he puts Deuce in.
Yep.
He's not one-dimensional.
No, he mixing it up.
And I called it too. I said, don't be surprised if Mike Brown goes by matchups.
Right. No, we said that. Remember, Ron, still Knicks fan, said he think there was a chance they'll mix it up. And start different lineups at different times. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not either. For one reason why I'm not mad at it. Look at how many NBA teams start with one regular lineup.
Right.
And they just stick with it. Starting off your lineups is one-dimensional. You stick to one lineup, the team's going to have film on it. At the same time, though, you don't want to mess that chemistry. So what do? Okay, you take your main core guys. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. You take your main core guys. Jalen Brunson, OG, and Karl Anthony Towns. I don't consider Mikal Bridges the core. Not yet.
What, really? Why not?
I'm very iffy with that.
Okay.
Because you got two small forwards on a court. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's still, but you know what? You're right. We're right, because I always say that. But remember, in Mike Brown's system, you only have two positions. You're a center or you're a 1 through 4. That's it. So 1 through 4 is the same. So in his system, you can get away with it. I wouldn't like it. I kind of don't like it, but in his system, because everybody's the same and he moves everyone around, everyone plays multiple positions besides centers. But everyone plays multiple positions. No one stays in one position in this system.
Hell, we saw Jalen Brunson as a shooting guard.
Exactly. You see Mikal play point guard, bringing up the ball. Right? You see OG at the 3 and 4, especially on defense. So you're not in one spot. It's a method to his madness. So that's why it works really well. Oh, by the way, hold on. We got some super chats, Yuri.
I'm saying
AP. My Mike Brown reminds me of Pat Riley, the way he changes the starting lineups.
Oh,
ooh, that's a good one.
I got that analogy right away. I started getting Mike Brown flashback, Pat Riley flashback.
Yo, I wasn't even thinking about Pat Riley, man. That's a long time ago, bro. But that's a good one. And AP says, anyone think Mike Brown is missing Sacramento? Hey, what? Yo, let me tell you something. They brought in the right coach. Leon Rose, my soundboard died, but Leon Rose, let me see if I can give him a sound. That man is a genius because he brought Mike Brown in. Who this roster fits exactly what he wants to do, because even though we have the 2 small forwards and stuff like that, they're still very versatile. They can do a lot on the floor. So it fits what Mike Brown wants to do. He's just going to push people everywhere. So you're going to see Mikal at the 3.
And you're
going to see him at the 3.
And we saw Mike Brown mic'd up. He gave credit to Deuce. He's like, yo, Mikal, way to fight through those screens. Way to fight through those screens.
Right. 100%.
He was encouraging the players. I'm not trying to diss Tibbs, but I got to say it. It felt so stoic with Tom Thibodeau. None of the players felt happy.
Yeah.
And the voice stalled out. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I've said this time and time again about Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau is a coach that will raise your flooring, not your ceiling.
Right.
And
Right.
I hate to admit it, because here's the thing: I love Tibbs, and for me to say that, that's how you know I'm like, it was time for Tibbs's dismissal.
Yeah.
It was time.
But you also was objective too, because you would also call for his job some nights too. Remember, you'd be like, he gotta get fired. You would say that sometimes. I'm like, Yuri, calm down. You was like, no, he has to go. On those nights like the 0-10 nights.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yo,
yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this, Karan. Coach actually pointed him out. Yeah, I'll see the players giving hard hats and Tims to the best defensive player of the game.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny. I never thought I would see Jordan Clarkson, have a friggin' hat. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, hold on. So that actually happened? I didn't see that.
Yes, it did. I got the pictures.
Oh, that's what they was talking about. Okay, I got to go back and watch it, man. Because listen, once the game goes off, I just shut it off. I get ready for the show, especially when I got stuff I got to do alongside the show. So I had to redo the website. So I was trying to get that done because I'm trying to be more on time when I set the time for the shows. And so, I didn't have no technical difficulties tonight, which is the first time in a long time I didn't have no, so that's why I was able to start
And we got
on time.
super chat. We got another super chat. If Mike Brown can get the job done here, I will be very happy for him because he was one of LeBron's victims. Facts.
That's true. They said that somebody said, was that on Gil's Arena? They said that LeBron and somebody else used to just check themselves in the game.
Yes, Matt Barnes.
Right. Okay.
The guy that Derek Fisher stole his girl from.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
By the way, Coach, you do have Sabonis, right? Because he's Canole, right? You do have Sabonis, and you need to log in and trade him to me because come on, Coach, you don't know what you're doing with Sabonis. Give me Sabonis. I need Sabonis on my team, man. But I just wanted to say that. Yeah, I thought this game was really good, like defensively.
This was really good. The Knicks were putting a test in the second half. They were putting a test in the second half. They gave the Knicks fits in the second half. That bench unit that Boston has, man, that bench unit Boston has was giving the Knicks fits.
Yeah, that kid Gonzalez.
Yo, he gave Cat a hard time.
Man, bona fide problem on defense, man. I don't know how they be OKC and Boston be finding these dudes and just plug them in. Like they always find these dudes that just fit their systems, scrappy, play defense. I like that kid. But how you felt about Boucher? I call him Boucher.
Boucher was giving the fits.
Yo, Boucher, I told y'all we should get Boucher. Wasn't I the one saying, yo, the Knicks need to go get him? The boy from Toronto? I said it. And look at him tonight. He looked great. Talking about Ben Simmons.
I will say one thing, too, right? The Knicks as a whole, I'm not trying to say they miss out on all these players, right? Sometimes it's hit or miss with these players, right? I will say, though, right now I'm not worried about them because Tatum is out. Wait until Tatum comes back.
That's going to be next year. He ain't coming back this year.
No, he's going to come back in March, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, the Celtics are going to be cooked. They're not going nowhere. The Celtics are not going. Listen, the Celtics are not going anywhere this year. When I tell you they're cooked, they're too small, bro. Everybody's playing big now. They're too small. They're too little. Look, they got Kata. Kata weighs what, 200 pounds, dog. They too little, man. Then they got Hauser. Hauser, they talk about Towns is soft. Damn, Hauser, what he gonna do? He just want to be out there shooting threes. He's 6'7", 217. They don't got enough size, man. Jaylen Brown got good size, but he can't make up for it all. Then you got Peyton Pritchard, who's barely 6 foot. They got him listed at 6'1". He's probably really 5'11".
At least.
They too small, man. They're not going. One thing I give them, they play good defense.
They do play very good defense. Indiana.
They play really good defense.
Indiana, on the other hand, instead of Indiana. Indiana,
Um, I think
Indiana.
Indiana might be better than Boston. You don't think so?
I think so. I'm going to tell you why. With Carlisle, that's number one. He's making it work somehow, and I mean somehow he's making it work without Tyrese, right?
Yeah. I feel like Indiana bench is better because when McConnell get back, Nembhard, um, Obi, I just feel like they got a better bench than Boston.
They do.
Because Boston starters are their bench. That's their bench from last year. Cater, Hauser, Pritchard, that was their bench last year. So now they got
My
to start.
question is how you're going to win 5 out with that lineup that Boston has. It felt like that whole bench struggled really hard to run Joe Mazzulla's system tonight.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
what.
bunch of young. Yuri, it's a bunch of young, unproven guys. And they're gonna struggle.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna struggle because, especially like when you start getting later in the season and the games get a little bit more serious, you trying to contend for playoffs. These guys don't got no experience, man.
And
Jordan
here's the thing too.
Walsh.
Other teams
I'm like,
are trying to
mm-hmm.
redefine their rotation. They're trying to tighten up their lineups a lot more.
Exactly.
They're gonna go for the lineups that are more effective.
Exactly. And you know what too? I think Toronto beat Milwaukee tonight. Let's pull that
No,
up.
Milwaukee beat Toronto.
They did?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, you see
Oh, you're right. Oh, it was a close game. Oh, that was a game, though. Okay. All right, Milwaukee putting in that work.
And another thing that exposed Toronto, another thing that exposed the Knicks, not the Knicks, Boston was that system ain't working no more, man. That system
With the
ain't
shooting
working.
threes?
Yeah. Dude, I could have counted so many times Boston could have just had an open lane for a layup.
Oh, I got a Boston Celtics fan that I always see that lives near me. Ooh, he keeps talking about, yeah, Boston gonna have a better record than the Knicks. I said, you want to put money on it?
You better.
Nah.
I'll be the
He said, nah, he didn't want to do it.
But no, I'm watching a game, right? I counted at least, I repeat, chat, listen to me when I say this. I counted at least 50 plus times the Celtics could have had an easy 2-point shot. That's how bad they rely on the three.
Well, yeah, 100%. They shot 44 threes, they only made 15.
And how do you beat Boston? You make sure they don't make 15 or more threes.
Yeah, that's facts. Yep.
That's what.
Then they dominated the paint, right? They dominated the paint in the first quarter, and they went away from it.
Guarantee you we had Mitchell Ariel. That doesn't happen, but I digress.
Well, I mean, we eventually killed them. I mean, we out-rebounded them by 16. You know what I mean? And then, hold on, the points in the paint. Let's see. We
bullied them bad.
We definitely bullied them. Let me see. 36-30. Okay, so they had 6 more paint points than we did.
And here's the thing too. You held for your first team, you held the Boston Celtics under 100 points.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. You held them under 100 points. That is very rare today in the NBA. The game is over by the second quarter.
Another thing too, so look, Yuri, when we look at stats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said that the Celtics had 6 more paint points, but look at the free throws. The Knicks had 10 more free throws.
Way more aggressive.
Right. So how many of those paint points would have been paint points had they not got fouled? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how many of them paint points would have been there, but they got fouled? So, yeah.
That's another thing too.
So that's why sometimes when people look at stats, right? That's why I call you box score warriors, because I pulled up the Milwaukee game, right? I watched the condensed games. So I could speak on certain things because I watched the games. But when you just a box score warrior, you just looking at stats and banking everything you see on the stats. And that's not going to be enough to really make a sound analysis. That's why you Knicks fan, like no one could tell us about the Knicks because we actually watched them. So like if you ain't watching the Knicks and you just looking at the box score,
you got a
they
question?
can't tell you nothing.
Karan. I
What
was
you
going
say?
to ask you, Karan, what game is going to be our first real test? Um,
Man.
can we pull up the schedule real quick? Because I got a game in mind. That's going to be the
It might be Milwaukee because Milwaukee playing good ball right now. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't scared of them, but
Milwaukee's 2-0 right now.
yeah, but it's not just that they 2-0. It's like how they look kind of good too. I gotta watch tonight, but Toronto was playing good ball too. So I think it'll be one of these little Eastern Conference teams that's gonna give us a good run.
The one thing that worries me about this next team, and I don't know if it's something to keep an eye out for. Once they start learning Mike LeBron's system, I'm hoping the third quarters look a lot more better. Because I'm thinking as time goes on, right? I don't want the Knicks to have any more problems in third quarters. It's a lot to ask for, I know, right? But that is something that's really bugging me.
But you gonna lose to OKC because they're probably the best third quarter team.
It's insane.
So you gotta do better. But AP also sent another super chat. He said Stephen A already talking about the Sixers. LOL. What the Sixers? What Embiid? Or is he picking them?
Yeah. Well, what's he talking about?
I thought the Sixers. Well, the Sixers might be all right. They got that kid Edgecombe is really good.
They find gems, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's a reason why they took him over Bailey because I'm like, I thought Bailey would be the second best rookie, but
is another story.
Yeah, he. It's a lot. You know, when you're young like that and you don't want to be in a place, it's a lot to this, man. The politics of basketball is nasty work. That's why I went to school. I went to school to become an agent, but I decided not to do it because I just felt like the game was just too dirty, and I love sports too much. I didn't want to be a part of the dirty nature of the game, and it just rears its ugly head.
Oh, by the way, to Jaylen Brown, you're gonna be hearing it every time you come to MSG. You want to call us insufferable? I'm gonna throw shots at the Celtics fan base real quick. Until you have a losing season like we did, and until you stick with your teams, because I know your fan base is a bunch of front-running SOBs.
Yeah.
And I've met plenty of Boston fans who are bandwagoners, but I met very few who are actually real and stuck with their team. Let me tell you something. You're about to have one adult season where you're gonna have your paper bag over your head.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I feel like it. I feel like that's where we may be now.
Until you have one of those seasons, you come talk to me. Because I had to watch this Knicks team go through Derek Fisher. I've had to watch this team go through Asian MILF porn addict Kurt Rambis. Derek Fisher, Snatch Your Girl coach. I had to watch Jeff Hornback, a.k.a. Phil Jackson, Puppet Triangle. I've had to watch Mr. Take That for Data David Fitzdale. I had to watch this team down when they were down by 30 to the Milwaukee Bucks back in 2019 or 2018 season. I've had to see this team go through point guard after point guard after point guard after point guard. We were in point guard hell for a wholly decade.
That's a fact.
One decade in the 2010s, we were in point guard hell.
Point guard hell is right.
We were in point guard hell. I mean, The amount of teams I had to watch: Shane Larkin, Alexei Shev, Kadeem Allen, Luke
Oh
Cornett,
man.
Frank
And then had
Nicotina,
the audacity to say that these guys were good players.
Enes Kanter.
Cantor wasn't bad though. Cantor was crashing the glass. He was definitely crashing the glass.
We had Eddie Curry, for God's sakes, for the 2000 Knicks fans that remember.
Yeah, that was a washed up Eddie Curry.
Like,
But he had moments. He had, he had moments.
we
Was he
had
kind of washed? He kind of
Amari
was washed.
Stoudemire before his knees went out.
No, but the funny part about that, right? The doctor said that his knees won't last 3 years. And
That's
his
crazy.
knees definitely did not last. Yeah, that's why Phoenix didn't want to give him. So the only reason why he left Phoenix is because they wouldn't guarantee his 5-year deal. They only would guarantee the 3 years that his knee would hold up. So he said, "Nah, I'm gonna go to another team that's gonna pay me the full 5." And the Knicks said, "Yeah, we'll give you the 5."
That was basically his gift. That was his send-off gift. Straight up.
Salute to Amari though. I don't want to make it seem like I'm dumping on
Amari
Amari.
was a real one. He said it, and I watched this podcast. Amari said, "Yo, you get me the hell out of here." Straight up.
Right. I don't want to make it like that, but we just spitting facts. This is facts.
The way I view it is this, Karan. The point I'm trying to make is the amount of crap we had to sit through for a whole decade. Yeah, so when other fan bases talk like, oh, why did the Knicks celebrate after they beat Cleveland? Oh, why did we celebrate after we beat Boston? You think about what we went through for 2 decades, me being a decade. We celebrate because we can celebrate these moments. We celebrate because we don't know when we're going to go back to rebuilding again.
Well, I hopefully that's not too. I think we're in a mode right now where if it don't work, Yuri, I think we'll retool. I don't think we would rebuild.
That's the difference. We're gonna retool
Like,
instead of rebuild.
Right, because like it'll be like getting Giannis, right? Good, all right, let's do the Giannis trade because we can't do it without him. I'm not saying that that's what we're gonna do. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically speaking, in a future moment in time.
Thing is out there. Since the whole Giannis thing is out there.
Since it's out there in a future moment, though.
But let me just say, like, to the Boston fan base that's gonna go through a losing season, until you go through one, please enjoy your downfall. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Hey. I'm enjoying Jaylen Brown calling us insufferable. Because we were for a whole 2 decades. We were getting shot at in movies. Madagascar. The Knicks lost again. What can you do?
Yep. Laughing stock.
And the movie Soul. Guess what?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And Soul. I've been messing with this team for about a decade now. And the Knicks lose another one. We were.
You know, my daughter trolled me with that. She said, "Yo, let's watch this Soul movie," because she saw it. So she's like, "Let's watch it." So we watch it. She goes, "Yeah, you see that part? That's for you." I'm like, "What? Like, why would you do me like that?" Because you know I love the Knicks.
No, but we were down bad. We were a punchline. We were an organization that was dysfunctional. For God's sake, it's crazy how far Leon Rose has taken this, crowd. You know what I mean? Has taken this. He shifted it. He did what he had to do. You know what I mean? When he got here in 2020, he bought in Worldwide West. He bought in Brock Aller. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters, and the next thing you know, give it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We were a contending team again. We weren't a championship contender. We were a contending team again. We were going into the playoffs now.
Right.
and our floor was being raised until we couldn't raise it anymore with Tom Thibodeau. Yes, there was the firing of me with how the Knicks did Tibbs dirty. Absolutely, I'm not going to deny that. That was shady as hell. I'm being so serious when I say that too.
Mm.
But I knew why it happened. I'm not calling Mike Brown our next Steve Kerr. You know what I mean? Because I hate making that comparison. I'm calling Mike Brown as a ceiling raiser.
I just want the championship, just one. Just give me one. I
Just
don't
give
even
me.
want 2 or 3. Just give us one.
And AP, to answer your question, no, I did not ever catch the 90s Knicks. I did, however, watch YouTube videos of the 90s Knicks.
Right.
So I won the 2010s when the team was down bad. I did my research into the 90s.
Right. Yeah, I just like see how you did your research into the 90s. That's how I did my research into the 70s. Because that Lord knows I wasn't there. Lord knows I was not there.
Jim Dolan had the same problem that Woody Johnson has now. Could find a good GM. I agree. So James Dolan had a big problem with that. He wanted the Knicks to be good. And he
Yeah, that's
told
true. That's
guys,
true.
guys, go watch a podcast with James Dolan. I know a lot of you do not like it, James Dolan. But go
I don't know
watch that.
why.
But go watch that podcast. Just give it
The-
one watch.
But Dolan
One.
hasn't done nothing in years. He hasn't done nothing in years to warrant fans not liking him.
But I'm saying, go watch the Roommates podcast with James Dolan. What he said when he
Like,
said,
go
I
ahead.
just signed a check, that's it. That's all James Dolan does.
Right.
He signs the checks.
Right.
And
Like so like when he said I'm taking myself out of it because I don't know nothing about basketball and I'm gonna go get the guys that know about basketball, that's all we want from our owner. That's it. And then cut the check. That's it. There's nothing else he needs to do. So I don't, they're running with fans and all those things in the past. Yeah, okay. But at the same time, yo, he put his money where his mouth is. I'm just saying. What more do you want from the guy? He's not around. He even told the people to not even record him. He's at every game. He just told them, do not put me on TV. I don't want to be seen. This is not about me. This is about the about them. So I don't know. I mean, yes, I know that he had issue with the fans and all these things and the whole Oakley situation, but yeah, I don't see a reason why you would hate him. Yeah, are there things you may not like that he does? Okay, but still.
like, this is one of those things where, like, you know what I mean? This is one of those things where, like, I look at I look at the character, not the person, right?
Right.
This is one of those scenarios where, like, you just gotta give credit to Dolan for just staying out of it and just saying that, yo, I'm just gonna step out of the way. I don't know Knicks basketball. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna hand the Rose to Leon Rose. And
Right.
it's thanks to James Dolan, guys, that we get the roommates pod. It's thanks to Dolan, you know what I mean? That we actually hear what's going on behind the locker room from two of our main stars,
Right.
Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. Dolan doesn't have any. That's what Dolan said too to them. It's thanks to
Right.
them that we actually know what goes on behind the locker room.
That's a fact. Dolan had something to do because Knicks fans was following him wherever he went throughout the country. He got smart. Yeah, I mean, once you take the pressure off of you and say, "Yo, it's not me, it's these guys," that's all you can do. AP, you feel me? That's all you can do.
And that's looking back on it, right? Looking back on it, he wanted the Knicks to win so many times. He just didn't know how to. He just didn't know how to GM, and he couldn't find a good GM to save the life of him. Isaiah Thomas, Phil Jackson, go on and on and on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now here's the thing too. The Knicks are on a 2-0 streak, right? He's
Yep.
on a 2. Yeah, they're on a 2-0 streak. Mike Brown hasn't lost a game yet. And I'm expecting that to change at any minute now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
I got you.
and I'm telling y'all right now, get used to Mike Brown just experimenting throughout the season. Because there's going to be times when we lose through him experimenting. Right? That's not a joke.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
This isn't a marathon. This isn't, you don't win a championship in one game.
Right.
Mike Brown's literally going to experiment and figure out what lineup works best. And I'm telling you right now, I want to see what Deuce does in that lineup again.
Yeah. Don't let the poor shooting, change your mind.
I need to
Yeah.
see
Don't.
how that lineup, that 5-out lineup looks again.
100%.
Because I thought we had something really good there. And it was
100%.
and if that's the lineup Mike Brown goes towards in the playoffs, remember, that lineup, Tom Thibodeau used it very rarely. He used it 5% of the time. I was looking up this advanced stat tracker for it. He used it 3/4 of the time. He used it very low. Very, very, very low.
Facts.
And that lineup was our most successful lineup. It was 5-out. It was more perimeter defense,
Yes.
right? Wingstop was Wingstop with that line.
Wingstop was Wingstop. 100%.
And Cat was Cat in the center position.
Cat was cat. Yep. You see them paying the passing lanes. You see it. Like, that's the way that Mikal and OG plays. Off the ball, getting steals, playing the passing lanes.
And Mike from PA pointed something out on the Discord too. He said it the best. Imagine once we hit the system, we were up 24, and we still won the game.
Yep.
Boston only had 2 fast break points. The same Boston that gave us hell last year. The Knicks were 17 for 45 from 3. They were 38%.
Yep.
The Knicks had 21 offensive boards. Thank you, Cat, for doing your service, doing the dirty work.
Indeed.
And the Knicks went on probably one of the best runs I've seen in the second quarter. They went on a 42-14 run.
Yeah. Which was incredible.
For God's sakes, Mike Brown got Cat playing defense. When the hell do we see Cat playing defense? In just 2 games. That was a coaching game, by the way. I know Cat had bad defensive liabilities. And I know he does these dumb fouls, but to be fair, the dumb fouls are not his fault. I blame that on the refs. That's number one.
Right.
Now, AP asked a question. I'm going to end it with here because my phone's about to die.
Okay.
If I had to say who our hottest team is going to be, there's 2. Milwaukee, because they're playing good basketball, right? And we might meet Milwaukee in the playoffs later down the line. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. We got Orlando twice in the, within that first 20 game stretch, which is going to also be interesting.
So I'm going to say.
And Minnesota.
So I'm going to say number 1, Milwaukee, just because they're coming up next after Miami.
Right.
Number 2, I'm gonna say Minnesota.
Yeah, they right after that.
I'm gonna say Minnesota for one reason. I'm gonna say Minnesota for one reason. Minnesota's running it back this year.
Yeah.
That's why I said Minnesota. Number three.
Yeah, they are.
Number three is gonna be Orlando. We're gonna be tested on how we handle Orlando's defense.
Right.
Because if I saw anything from the Knicks in the second half, they really have to work on not learning. They really have to work on taking care of the ball. You cannot have 20 turnovers. Orlando will eat you alive.
Yeah. I think that's because Boston made some adjustments and they kept Cater and Gonzalez on the floor for an extended period of time. And those guys were putting the pressure on um to you know,
Yeah,
to get
that's
stops
what happened too. And I think
and force turnovers.
Mike Brown made adjustments to that as well, but they were just giving us hell no matter what they did.
Yep.
The only reason why we
100%.
won this game was because of our perimeter defense alone. I'm being so serious on that one. Our perimeter defense was good, right? Our perimeter defense was really good.
Outstanding, if you ask me.
Our hustle, we out hustled them.
Yep. Our hustle, our rebound.
So that's why we won this game. But the Knicks have to be better in the second half. If you're a playoff team, you gotta do better. You have to either become a fourth quarter team or you gotta become a third quarter team. One way or the other. You can't be falling. You cannot. If you're going to be a bad third quarter team, you gotta weather the storm.
Copy.
That's how I feel. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce Karan. Chat, thank you for your condolences today.
Yes, condolences once again, Yuri.
And I look forward to being on the next call-up show.
All right. That was my man Yuri, man. Channel member, Discord server. A channel mod. To my man Yuri. Next caller, your coach. What you said? You was listening but couldn't talk. What are you talking about? And coach, by the way, you do have Sabonis, bro. You have Sabonis, and I want to, and somebody else got Julius Randle. Whoever got Julius Randle, I want Julius Randle. Amari's contract was never the problem because they had amnesty. When Wash wasted on Billups, it was over. That was Wash that wasted it? That wasn't Phil? I thought that was Phil that did that. But no, I mean okay, you calling in? You coach, all right, cool. Phil Jackson is the one who messed the Knicks up because he wanted to run triangle. And so he was getting rid of everybody who didn't play or didn't fit into triangle. Oh, you're right. Yes. But Amari was here with Chandler though. Amari was here with Chandler though. Hold on, we could pull it up. Yeah, just call in, coach. We'll talk about it when you call in. 646-995-8389. Call up. This is the Knicks Call Up Show. You know, we talking about the game, but I'm also curious to know what's up with Mitch. What's up with Mitch? By the way, the 82 Nights Sports Tracker Journal is out. It's my baby project that I put together. The link to it is in the description if you want to check it out. I put the title and the cover there. It's official. It'll expand your basketball mind. Go check it out. Yeah, Wash wasn't bad. AP, I agree. Wash was actually good because Wash is what led us to get Melo and put together that team. You know, they got rid of Wash. I thought they got rid of Wash because the year after we did all of that work, we didn't have a good team. And then so they pivoted to Phil. That's what I remember. Whatever. Right, Mellow Mike, you're right. Yep. Coach, we gotta talk about Mitchell Robinson too, because you know, you was a proponent of the double big lineup. Wait, you said he gets credit. What does Buzzer Beater get credit for? Wash is the reason Braun and then didn't want to come here. I don't think Braun wanted to come here, period. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, my bad. Hey man, listen, man. I only got like 4 hours of sleep, man. My bad, AP. I do that, man. Sometimes I mix up names and stuff like that. Yeah. You know who else got mad over that? I think it was Knicks 100 got mad over that. Yeah. Cause Knicks will be champs said something. And I said he said it. He said that wasn't me, that was Knicks will be champs. Yo, J-Tap, I'm crushing J-Tap right now. J-Tap, if you listening, dog, you getting smoked. I'm not sure y'all can see that. See that 1,000? I'm approaching 1,100 points. I'm the only one in the 1,000 club in the entire league in points. It's my first time playing. Yeah, I hadn't seen. Knicks 100 was here. He might have been here during the season preview show. That was like a week ago. But yeah, he comes in and out. I'm surprised my man Trevor ain't up in here. Salute to my man Trevor. That's what I was looking forward to. So we could talk about some of the coaching. Yeah, yeah. Haven't seen him in a long time. But he was, if it wasn't the season preview show, he was here like within a month's time though. But before that, he also had a long hiatus. They told me the story of how, I'm not sure who that is. Theory rolled him out in the wheelchair. Yeah, he's running the triangle. Mellow Mike says Phil Jackson. Yeah, that triangle, boy. That triangle was the worst idea ever. Uh-oh. Hello, caller. State your name, where you calling from.
Hey, Karan, this is Mellow Mike from Jersey.
Mellow Mike from Jersey in the building, man. Salute to you.
Salute to you and to all the members in the chat, man. What's up, fellas?
Hey, man. We talking about the game. This is the call-up show, though. You know, the call-up show, we talk about a wide range of topics, but we would talk about the game. I know you was active in the chat. Anything caught your mind you want to discuss?
A few things, but before we get started with that, I just wanted to reach out to Yuri and just give my condolences to him and his family. I know this is a tough moment for Yuri, so I know how it is. When I went through losing my dad, so I can only imagine what it is losing your mom. So condolences, man. You know, from big brother Mellow Mike, man, sends hugs to Yuri and his family, man.
And my condolences to all of you guys that lost a parent, man. Yeah. That's tough, you know.
Definitely.
That's why I'm thankful to still have, my parents here. And you just never know what people are going through, you know? So, we was there for Yuri in the Discord server. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man, to have a community like you guys to be there to support.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. We're all family here at the end of the day, man. Besides Knicks fans, we're all family here.
It's a fact. 100.
So was at the watch party I got here about half hour ago. From the watch
Okay.
party, trying to get back from New York back to Jersey, and so much
Oh,
construction trying to
man.
get back here. It was I
Damn,
couldn't
that's a
get.
commute, dog. 'Cause you said,
Yeah,
oh, you must have stayed a little bit after the game then.
a little bit, but not much. It
Yeah.
was mostly getting stuck with the traffic there. So
Wow.
yeah, there was construction and a lot of blockage trying to get out of there. GPS kept giving me roadblocks. I don't know why, but anyway. Yeah, I was looking at the game. Just I just felt like the Knicks, congrats to the Knicks that they definitely won. So the 2-0, that's great news. I just felt like the score definitely could have been much more than 10 points. I know a win is a win, but I know this team, even with some of the injuries that they've had, are just much better. And I feel like there's one thing that's consistent from a little bit of the previous till now, and I'm just looking at it, is that mode of that killer instinct to just put the teams away. And being at home, they should be able to do it. They just finished playing, a sensational game on the other day against the
Right.
Cavaliers. And I figured with the guys that they've already lost, KP, Holiday, and some of the other key guys that they had from last year, that the Knicks should be able to, kind of take these guys out, run them off the court.
I
So
feel
they
you
had.
on that.
So that was the only thing. I just felt 10 points because you saw them. I think they were beyond 20. I think beyond 20 points right at one point, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they make their runs and then they're back in it again or trying to creep up, and then they
Yeah.
just kind of held the fort down just to get this W. Um, what stuck out to me, Karl Anthony Towns, 26 points, 13 rebounds, phenomenal stats here. 4 for 6 from threes, 10 of 12 from the free throws. I mean, he had a sensational game. I was at the game with Stevie Nicks, so believe it or not, we had a
Oh,
good
salute to
time.
Stevie Nicks. Oh,
Yes,
nice.
yes, he was in attendance for the second watch party that we attended together here. So got to know him much better. Great guy. But getting back to the stats here, I don't know what they gave Karl Anthony Towns because the reports that I heard was that he better rest, and I know that the first game was pretty much trying to show for the fans that not to let him down, and I believe that they definitely needed him, being that he gives us size up in the lineup.
Right.
But are we taking a risk of having him playing game 2 and then going forward? What are the plans with Karl Anthony Towns? Because they say this thing is 4 to 6 weeks to heal, and it deals with some type of you can have weakness in the leg or something like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of I don't know. Ride with caution with this injury here that could lead into something else, which I hope it doesn't. Uh, and because it was kind of concerning when I saw OG kind of cramp up there, I thought it was something else too.
Yeah,
So,
because one thing, I was multitasking.
mhm.
So
Okay.
so that's why I was like, damn, what's going on with OG? It looks bad. But I didn't get the update because I
Hmm.
was busy trying to, make changes to this website. But
Hmm.
as far as the injury, I think we got the best staff in basketball. I don't think they let him play if it's that bad.
Hmm.
Um, I was gonna do a video on it because I didn't really look into all of the details,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna do that just so we can, you know, establish a baseline as to what the hell is going on, because we know Towns is willing to play hurt. We've seen him do that, but I'm like you. I hope that this is not a scenario where they're risking anything because we don't need it right now.
Hmm.
I mean, the schedule is pretty favorable. You got Miami, Milwaukee might be tough, but then you got Chicago, who's beatable, Washington, who's beatable. Minnesota will be tough, but then Brooklyn, Memphis, to me, those games are winnable. Then Orlando, that's going to be tough. So if he sat out the next 3 games, maybe just to get it right, but maybe he doesn't need to do that. Maybe there's more to the picture that we just don't know.
Mm.
You know,
Because
so yeah.
Stevie Nicks and I we're talking, and I said maybe I think he mentioned that maybe they shot him up with something so he can kind of play game 2 to
Possibly,
keep it
but
through.
but come on, to do that in the first 2. So why don't you do that to Mitch? Why we can't do that to Mitch and get him out there if we're gonna be doing things like that, you know?
Hmm.
I don't think it's as deep as we're making it out to be.
We talking about Mitchell Robinson?
No, I'm talking about Town. Now, Mitch, we don't know what the hell
Oh,
is going on with Mitch. Mitch,
but at
I'm
least,
concerned.
but at least you get a report with Karl Anthony Towns. He's got a second
Exactly
win.
right. Yeah,
So,
at least you get the report, right? But he said that he had a grade 2. I mean, it could be true, but he said it. He's not a doctor. You know,
okay.
is he capping to make it seem like I created a more of a sacrifice? I don't know. I don't want to say the man is a capper, but
Mm.
he said it. I don't think I'm not sure what the report said because I didn't look at nothing updated with his name on it. All I
Mhm.
saw was the first one about him and his game 1 status, which was up in the air, which is wacky.
Sure.
Some people said he wasn't going to play, then he played. Some people say he was going to play, then he wasn't going to play, then he was going to play, then he played. So, you know,
Mhm.
it just was too much for me. And same thing with Giannis had the same thing because Giannis is on my fantasy team. So, and you know, he's my best player. So if he's not right, I want to sub him out. But how do I know that when they keep saying he's, you know, it's just questionable? And then you find out when it's tip off, he's playing. So how do you prepare for that? So I don't know.
Well, I hope it's nothing serious with Karl Anthony Towns because if this leads into something else, more serious,
Oh,
God
that's
forbid.
bad.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I was highly upset in last season when he was injured. I think we might have talked about this at another time.
Okay.
Um, this happened. What was it? Game 3 in Boston. He hurt himself. He hobbled to the bench, took up like 3 chairs. I remember in pain, and then ended up checking himself back in. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Did
Yeah.
Tibbs even bother
Yeah.
telling him stay off? Did the medical staff even bother interfere?
Mm-hmm.
But I can only imagine that when they say Tibbs ran the team, that meant everybody. Nobody decides to overrule. If the guy wanted to check himself back in, he was just going to do so. No
Right.
questions asked. And listen, I don't need Willis Reed moments such early in the season of these guys. I just hope that this guy doesn't injure himself. That's all I'm saying.
I
Even if
got you.
he's, because for him to go down, that's hurting our chances of doing anything. Not just for the regular season, but just for the playoffs and for any goals of making it to the championship. He's a big part of this team. We need him. But I felt like, I guess, something to piggyback with this too, with Karl Anthony Towns. What happened to Hawk Porty? Was he not available? Like I didn't see him.
Nah, that's just coaching, yo. Like, so what it looked like to me is that Mike Brown, he's only gonna play you based on the matchups because I figured out what Mike Brown's doing, and I might have to do a video on it because
Okay.
it's a lot of layers to it. Like Mike Brown wants everyone to be moved all over the place. The same way he said he wants Towns to be moved all over the place is the same way everyone moves because he's basing he's basing his lineups and everything based on the matchup. Everything is a read and react kind of system. So everything is based on what's in front of me now. So I'm going to start Deuce because Pritchard is there. And I don't want Brunson having to guard Pritchard. I'm going to let Deuce chase him 94 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take Brunson and put him on, somebody else. So to me, it's just Mike Brown's flexibility and creativity in wanting to do different looks and put people everywhere. And that extends to how he uses the lineups as well.
Okay. So he's
So,
looking real deep into this matchup thing, like playing the
right.
chess game. Real. Okay.
He's literally playing chess, and
Okay.
he outcoached both Joe Mazzulla. And I thought Joe Mazzulla had a great strategy to start the game when he was really attacking the paint. And yeah, they had technically had more paint points than the Knicks, but like I said, the Knicks went to the free throw line a lot. So how many of those times they went to the line were paint opportunities that
Mhm.
they would have had they not got fouled? So that's why sometimes you can't just look at numbers and say, well, they didn't have a lot of pain points, but they did go to the free throw line, so that means they were getting fouled,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I just think that is that going on with Mike Brown, where maybe Josh Hart starts on Sunday. Now, like I think that that's just the type of system that he is bringing to the table.
Mm-hmm. In this
No?
chess game you're talking about, though, would have hurt to put in Hot 44 Karl Anthony Towns to give him his rest. I mean, he's obviously giving you energy. He can score around the basket. He gives you defense. Um, does he really take away anything? I think contrary. If anything, he's going to give you add to the to the piece here.
I just think because I know I get your logic, and you're 100% right that Hug Porty would have added value, especially in the first quarter because we were struggling on the glass. So he definitely would have added value where we needed it. And by not adding him, maybe that was a little risky,
Uh-huh.
but it worked. Oh damn, what am I doing? I was trying to pull up the stats to see what the numbers were.
Because he
With the
played
minutes.
33 minutes in the game. Karl
There
Anthony
you go. That's what I was
Towns.
pulling up. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And
That's what I was getting ready to pull up.
he was third in minutes. Number one was Bridges at 36. Brunson was at 35, and Karl Anthony Towns was at 33. So for a guy that's kind of a little bit, hobbling and dealing with, so-called injury, I just kind of figured it, if you to just kind of give him some rest to put in another big body. Because I realized I was watching as far as the rebounding is concerned, he had to do a lot of it himself. Also getting help from a phenomenal game by not so much on points, but on rebounding. Josh Hart did a
Yeah.
great job, man. 14 rebounds. Phenomenal.
In 19 minutes. Don't forget to add that.
Yeah, absolutely. So he definitely made a big contribution, and definitely he fits excellent into the system. He pushes the ball, pushes the pace, and came big as far as helping out the team as far as rebounds is concerned. So that was a big positive. But I felt like Karl Anthony Towns was kind of, when he wasn't in the lineup, he was kind of by himself. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of
Yeah.
saw that.
But
And yeah,
remember who he going up against. They don't got no big guys on that team. All those guys,
yeah,
like Cade is the only 7-footer. Everybody else is like 6'8" and under. Like even Tillman, who's related to my cousin, the Tillmans in Brooklyn, he's
Okay.
only 6'8". So they didn't have a really big team. So he wanted to match guard for guard. And that's why he did that. And also, I think he outplayed the Celtics in the small ball lineup, especially because the Celtics only had 2 fast break points and the Knicks had 15. So, yeah. What's your thoughts on Mitchell Robinson, though?
The Mitchell Robinson
And his
question.
contract. I'm
I
just
don't know,
saying, like,
man. You're bringing up a great point. Obviously, there's something that could be in the works. Who knows? Like you said before, I think in one of your earlier points, as far as nobody gets away from Rose's thing is if you don't sign a contract, right? If you're left up in the air and you don't concede to settling something down, well, you possibly could be going somewhere else. Listen,
right.
in order for us to get there, I truly believe we need Mitchell Robinson. He obviously proved it. As much as I didn't really approve of Tibbs, his coaching, let me tell you something. Mitchell Robinson changed the whole perspective of that team with his presence, and I didn't think he was going to be able to really do what he did so fast, so soon,
Right.
because he missed a long time of basketball, and usually recovery time and just watching him on the court, hustling from one end to the other on a couple of plays. His defensive presence, his rebounding presence is pretty much irreplaceable. If you lose him, you don't really have anyone like him. Let's put it that way. And there's not too many Mitchell Robinsons floating around when healthy.
Right.
So what's going on with the unknown factor of what's really going on with Mitchell Robinson is a good question. Like I told you before, these guys are not going to release anything. And whether it is load management or he really hurt himself and they're just not saying it, that he's going to be okay and everything's
Right.
going to go back to normal.
But how do you get away with that? Because we have an injury report. How do you get away with not reporting an injury?
I think a lot of teams do it more than you think, Karan. It's just
But
that
but
we're. Go
but
ahead.
but here's the thing. Like once you put out, this
Mhm,
player is out.
mhm,
There's usually a reason. It could be rest. It could be load management.
mhm.
You don't even see that.
But didn't they say it
Hold
was
on.
load management according to them?
Well, but it's not to my knowledge, based on the reporting, and I'm gonna pull it up right now because we could
Okay.
go look at it.
Mhm.
Right. So I got the Miami game. Right.
Okay.
It just says okay. Well, let's pull up the full report because they don't tell you the. Let's see what the full one says because this one has the description. So look, Mitchell Robinson out. Mitchell Robinson ankle. Okay, they got ankle there, but is it an ankle? Like, did they say it was an ankle injury? I don't remember them saying that it
No,
was an ankle injury.
no.
I don't know. Weird. Because all right, so the reason why it says ankle is because remember he came back from the ankle surgery. So if you load manage, they're gonna use your last diagnosis
Mhm,
in the report. If this is a report. So because it could be a part of your rehab. So like if Tyrese Halliburton's coming back, but he's missing games because he's still rehabbing, they're gonna put out and they're gonna put Achilles. Not that he just tore it this year. It's gonna be
mm,
that was his last injury. So what I'm saying to you is that I didn't see no reports on Mitchell Robinson having an ankle injury, and Mike Brown was quoted for saying that he wasn't hurt. So is he hurt or is he not hurt? I don't know. Is it we just trying to protect his value because we're going to shop him? I don't know. It's weird. It
correct.
is weird.
Because anything that really stocks against him will affect his value. If you put it out there, teams are going to be hesitant to even entertain
See,
an idea to pick him up.
bingo,
Absolutely, you're correct.
bingo.
Um, so, but again, we don't know. So, they unfortunately, what's going on behind closed doors is going on behind closed doors, and we're just left up to just think and overreact, I guess, on this matter. But I definitely agree. You're not the only one that's kind of looking for what's going on behind those closed doors as far as give us an answer. Everybody's asking for that, right?
Exactly.
They want clarity and they're not getting it.
Yeah, that's
Everything.
all I'm saying. Yeah, that's
Mhm,
all. Even if they said, "Yo, it's just low management rest
mhm,
because of his ankle, we want to give it fine." But they're not even saying that. They just not saying that. And the NBA it seems to be a pushover nowadays. Like
mhm,
they like you know, I understand they're not the feds, but this whole gambling thing that's going on, they already looked at the brother that got arrested, Terry Rozier, and they cleared him and let him back.
mhm.
So it's like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. What's up with this Clippers thing too. I mean, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on.
Yeah,
I
there was
just
a lot
feel like
going on. Yeah.
it's funny to me that you know Mitchell Robinson can go not play and when he hadn't played a game yet, except the preseason games, and now it's just weird. But I'll let you get your final thought, man, Mike. I appreciate you, Mike, man, for calling up, channel member. Man, you're the best, man.
No, no doubt. Not much really to say. Just hope that the Knicks are able to kind of pick up, give a little more firepower. It's only game two in the season, so we have 80 more games to play in this 82
Yes.
game season. But I felt like, being at home, they should have ran these boys off the court, to be honest with you. I just felt they're better than 10 points. And again, don't not play to the level of the other team. I feel like the Knicks do that. And I felt like also the Knicks were kind of going back to their old ways. And I saw the ball movement kind of slowing down.
Mhm.
So back again. Listen, this is not crunch time where Jalen, hey Jalen, I need you, to do your thing. It wasn't really necessary, and I felt like they didn't do what they were doing in game one. It kind of changed a little bit in game two, so it's given me a little bit of how do I say? It's too early to tell, but it's giving me tidbits like, is this the way it's going to be? A little bit of seesaw. We want to run it this way, but they want to run it that
Right.
way.
Right.
So I guess as the
Good
season
point.
evolves, they'll figure out what they're going to do. But it's still early to tell. But that's just my analysis of this. Is that they should have more firepower than this to kind of uh, beat the Celtics. But they won. That's all that matters. We look forward to Game 3 Sunday against the Miami Heat. So again,
Miami Heat.
it's another challenge. And to be honest with you, I'm not underestimating any Eastern Conference team or any team period in the NBA, whether they
Yeah.
had a bad record or not, because there's been a lot of acquisitions, changes, upgrades to these teams. So you never know who's going to be the next shining star.
Right.
I will say one thing before I get off. This guy,
Well.
and I talked about it with Stevie Nicks. He caught my attention, Mr. Hugo Gonzalez.
Oh yes.
Very, very, very good player. I don't know nothing about him. I just watched him. Very strong, very good handles. I said this kid, and then I think when I heard over the broadcast that I think he's a rookie, right? This kid.
Yeah, I think he is a rookie. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, but he's young. I definitely see this kid's gonna be a handful. Give him time. This kid's gonna be a handful. Very strong, smart kid. I see the talent in this kid already.
Yeah, he's definitely a rookie. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed that he was kind of like, not being that he hasn't played, it's only his first season coming in, but you could tell, once he figures out this NBA game, with the pick and roll that we're kind of getting with the pick, he was fighting through it. I could see this kid doing some stuff down the road. Definitely
Copy.
a good guy here for the Boston Celtics. I'll tell you that much. Uh,
Copy.
and Mr. Jalen Brown looked lost without his sidekick.
Oh yes. No, Jalen Brown is the sidekick.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Yeah.
is the
Yeah. Yeah. My
sidekick.
bad.
To
My
my
bad. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, now we gotta put him in his front because he said
Yeah.
insufferable Knicks fans. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we see you, Mr. Brown.
Yeah. He
Number
definitely
two.
looked lost. He definitely didn't look like the leader while Mr. Tatum is out. I figured he was kind of step up. I just felt like, I don't know, like not himself. He played, he got his 23 points, but he
Which
didn't
was
look
a
like
lot of
the.
it when remember OG left the game
Hmm.
when he
Yeah.
started cooking and OG
Yeah.
left.
Right.
So
But
context is everything.
he didn't have that aura that he had, like I guess in the previous years with Tatum. There was something about him.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just looked like just an ordinary guy. Yeah, he got his points,
Yeah.
but this wasn't nothing crazy here. But that's all I got,
Facts.
Karan, man. So
I
just want to
appreciate you, Mike.
have a good night, fellas. Okay, take care.
All right, Mike. Yeah, we talk tomorrow, man. Salute.
You got it. Bye bye.
All right. That was my man, Mike. Mellow Mike, 5-star Knicks. I appreciate the call, man. I got to get this brother on the line. Hopefully, he can still answer. Coach, I'm coming to you, man. Hello? Remember, OG left the game when he
Yo.
started cooking. Can you hear me? You got to turn down your background, Coach.
Yeah.
You in the building, brother.
What up?
What's going on, man? So you're not gonna trade me some bonus, man?
Nah, man, you already set me up, bro.
Oh man, I want some bonus bad, bro. I need him or Randall, man, so I could really make it
What do
bad
you want
out here.
Randall for?
I want Randall because the brother is leading the Minnesota Timberwolves in assists.
Yeah, they don't have a point guard.
See, and they're talking about Dante's a point guard. That's funny.
He's not.
Exactly. See, now you see the logic. So yeah, that's why I want Randall because I feel like Randall about to go through a stretch where he's gonna kill. And listen, I study these. Listen, I've been doing my homework, Coach. Man, I be doing my homework, man.
Who got Cat?
I could tell you. Pull it up. Is it Yuri? Yuri might have Cat.
He'll never give me Cat. That's not gonna happen.
He might. You got Sabonis.
Yuri is not trading Cat for Sabonis.
How I put my phone on bedtime mode? That's crazy. Hold on, let me I'm going up in. Yeah, he probably will. Cause
Hey! Before I keep talking, my condolences, Yuri.
oh yeah, 100%. Condolences to Yuri and his entire family. 100%. Kind of, when I got the news in the Discord, it kind of like changed, changed the energy because everybody was really feeling for him. Everybody was really feeling for him.
I think I get my new phone next week, so I'll be definitely get back on everything. I gotta.
Oh, okay.
My family. This is what my family thinks of me, because I had an Android. So they say, all right, you're gonna have an Android. We're gonna get you an iPhone. They got me an iPhone 8 with a home button.
Oh, that's the old one, right? I don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm an Android guy. I don't know nothing about old iPhone stuff. I don't know nothing about that.
I'm an Android guy. I never wanted an iPhone. It's just my job has forced me to get one.
Oh, copy. You gotta do what you gotta do for the bread, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yuri got Towns. Yeah, he ain't giving him up.
He not. I already know he's not. I ain't gonna waste my time.
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't doing it. But what's up? So you was talking about you said Jaylen Brown ain't worth it. He ain't worth the contract.
Nah. I mean, I understand why Boston paid him, because they were in a championship window, whatever. But
Yeah.
he's not a franchise dude like that. He's just not.
I agree. He's probably one of the best number 2 options in basketball.
Yeah,
But
he's a great number 2, but he's not a number 1. And
he's not a number 1. Does he?
I don't feel like he's a 1A, 1B. I don't feel he's
No.
a 1, period. I don't think so.
They talk about OG Anunoby handle. Jaylen Brown ain't got no handle, dog.
At all.
He got better going to the left, but he cheats with it.
Gave him all the pointers, and none of the pointers worked. Not one.
Yes. Oh, I'm glad you said that. I like that. I'm glad you said that, yo, dog ground. Yo, what happened to the pointers from Coach? That's funny. Oh man, yeah. He was in there telling them, so Bruss is gonna go left and right, then back left, and you just gotta stay on that left hand, and you'll shut him down. Nope. Towns is soft. He doesn't like the da-da-da-da. Towns went in. And by the way, Coach, you got to give me credit. I told you Towns looked better at the 5. You can't tell me he didn't look better.
Dude, regardless, wait until Mitch gets here. You'll see Towns at the 4.
Nah. It ain't
Especially
going to be
in
the same, man.
Because the system is built on basketball.
Well, Coach, you're right? And I got to remind myself, see, I'm still in the Coach Tibbs mind state, because even when Mitch is there, Towns is going to be a center. Like, it's going to be all over the place. Like, everyone is moved everywhere.
Yeah.
No matter what. So you're not going to be one thing. You're going to be multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way the system works. And it's brilliant. I get the vision now. I see it. I completely submitted to the vision.
That's why Mitch is going to work next to Towns. You're going to see it. Mitch going to average 12 points a game.
So you're not concerned about Mitch not being there right now?
Nah, sit his ass the whole year for all I care. Just be there when I need you in the playoffs. That's all I need. Everybody, that's Dolan's money. I don't care. Pay that man. I don't care if you get ready for the playoffs. That's when it's chip.
See, that part I agree with. Like, that's why I don't do the cat shouldn't get paid, even with Mikal. I don't, I want everybody to get paid. But the problem is value. What is his value right now? Is there a disagreement? Because I'm not sure if you said it or somebody else said that. I think it might have been Randall. Don't get mad if it wasn't you, Randall. But it was said that they offered him a contract and he declined it. I didn't see that nowhere. I saw they had negotiations, but they decided to wait or whatever. That's what I heard. I didn't hear they said, "Yo, Mitch, we want to give you 20 million," and he said no. I didn't hear that.
I'm pretty sure his agent might have, wanted to test the waters, but if he's having foot problems, that's only gonna help the Knicks. Because then they're gonna be like, look,
Exactly.
you can only get so much from us, and you're only gonna get. People don't realize this is CAA. This is not just Rose talking. This is an agency talking. They know like how the contracts are gonna move in the off season. Who's
Right.
gonna get paid from what team? This is not, a regular GM. This is an agency who knows how to negotiate, who screwed the Knicks so many times. So they know how to negotiate dealing with players. I know you're not going to get that money anywhere. So go ahead and try it.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's the game of politics, and I'm just curious to see what happens because I told you, coach, and I put it in the video. I said, yo, I'm looking forward to the double big lineup because I was willing to give it a shot, but I don't know. Deuce keep guarding 94 feet the way he is, man. But once again, it'll never be that way. I think that the lineup will change depending on the matchup. So if
Yeah,
you're going against, yeah, go ahead.
you said that earlier, and it had me thinking the Knicks have a 4-man starting lineup and then uh, five fifth men.
Okay,
Because Mitch is one of the fifth men.
right.
Josh Hart, Deuce McBride.
Deuce McBride, yep.
Who's the other one? Maybe it's only three.
But Carson don't play no defense, but
Clarkson don't play no defense. BBL Yabu is a fat small forward.
my thing with Yabu is his perimeter defense is definitely suspect,
Horrible.
but he's not a dominant rebounder at all.
Terrible.
Like he don't get to it on the glass like that. Like you want your power forward to get on the glass.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't talk on other shows, but I do be in the chats on other shows, and I asked.
Okay.
For some reason I just like to call your show. I don't call it shows. Number one show
Okay, salute to the show, man. Salute the show.
on YouTube. Yeah. So how much of an upgrade, or is he an upgrade over Precious? Precious is a better defender, and I'm not a Precious fan.
Yes.
I wanted to move him. Precious is a better defender and a better rebounder. But Yabu's a way better offensive player. I just don't think
100%.
he's acclimated to the system yet and the players.
Right, yeah, that's why you got to give your moment. And he also learning the two positions, right? Because there's two positions in the office, and he has to learn both of them, which is definitely going to be very challenging. So I would give him time. I just think what hurts him from starting is that his defense is on the perimeter is not that great, right? Like he could guard like he could inside he's solid, but on the perimeter, yeah, I saw a dude throw it in between his legs, do a pass. I'm like, yeah, Yabu, yeah, pick and roll is not just draw suit. That defense, boy, yeah, it's not his at all.
You got to watch who you play him with, because we got a lot of people that are not good defenders, and then when you multiply them on the court together, you lob them together, you get runs.
Right. That's why I think Mike Brown likes him at the 5. So that way he could even though they switching everything, it still limits his perimeter responsibility.
Yeah.
Especially against a team like Boston where all they trying to do is shoot threes. They're not. There's no real diversity in the Boston's attack on offense, and that's why I think they're going to struggle. But that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. So Mike Brown played like 11 players, but 10 of them is probably going to be the rotation, and then you get one guy sprinkled in for whatever reason. Who do you think are the 10 players? Who's not in a 10?
Anybody that doesn't have a sizable contract. So And Yabu counts. And Clarkson gets the pass because Clarkson could be out of the lineup too, to be honest, because he's only making the 3-point-something million. But I would say Hart is in there, Mitch, Yabu because he got the mid-level exception, and then Deuce technically because Deuce is Deuce, and then Clarkson. I think more than likely those guys would be the first 10, but then you got Kolek and Shamit. And the way Shamit is looking, Shamit is in there.
Hey,
The way
Kolek,
he's looking, yeah.
Kolek the plumber is making me look bad for my plumber jokes.
Yeah. Might be time to let go of the plumber jokes, man.
Yeah, he out there saying, "Hey, that old guy on YouTube need to shut up."
Yep. 100%, man. Okay. So were you able to watch the game?
I seen some of it. I was at work. I watched a lot of highlights while I was
Right. I know you work. Yeah. But they got this kid Gonzalez, man. Yo, he was a terror on defense.
Yeah, I wanted that dude in the draft. That was a nice pick.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, man, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I honestly think that Boston, they're cooked, but they got some interesting players. And I'm glad that we're the ones to do the job. And I think the Knicks team is going to be is rough, but I think we're going to be all right, man. I think as we grow in this system, it's going to be hard to beat us because it's just so unpredictable. It's like Indiana.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be more than all right because he's setting this season up to be able to beat you multiple ways and setting the season up that you don't know what he's gonna do in the playoffs.
Yeah, no idea.
Because he's gonna come with a plan for each team, and you ain't never seen it because he's playing like 12 guys a game. Who's like, what is the rotation gonna be? This dude, Mitch is out all year long. You seen what happened when he came out of nowhere. Nobody planned for him.
Right.
So
it's like Steve Kerr. That's but you could tell he went to the Steve Kerr school of coaching.
Yeah.
It's just like Steve Kerr. Fitting image of.
I hope he doesn't Kuminga anybody on our team though.
That's what I'm saying. Mitch might be the Kuminga. Mitch might be the Kuminga, man. I'm telling you. Now Kuminga's starting now. Think about it. Oh, yeah, we can't find a role for him in the playoffs last year. But now he's starting after he signed a little 2-year deal.
You think they're going to trade
Politics.
him now?
Yeah, I think they're going to trade Kuminga. Hell yeah. Because he set the walk. Because what he got I'm not sure if it's a team option or a player option. But they're not going to let him walk for nothing. Same way Leon Rose ain't going to let you be a free agent. Coming out, you know.
You think he winds up in Sacramento? Because I think that's the team that probably most interested in him.
I think that, honestly, at this point, man, you got to always keep your options open. Even me in the fantasy league, I didn't want to do no trades. But now I'm like, yo, let's do some trades.
I definitely want to do some trades.
Yeah, oh, and then you missed the wave. See, I wish you was locked in because now everybody figured out how to sign free agents. So Aaron Gordon was there, right? This dude had like 100 fantasy score. I could have signed him 3 days ago. Aaron Gordon.
Oh, he's in free agency?
He was in free agency the whole time. I could have signed him. I said, nah, I'm going to wait. And then these guys wised up and they signed him. I was so mad. I was like, damn. But I don't know. I mean, I just think that
he's gonna move Embiid. I'm not keeping that dirty ass contract.
Yeah, Oh yeah, I would move him because I would. You can't rely on him.
Does he play?
He got hurt the first game.
Yeah, he's retired.
He said he's retired. Oh,
yo, he's gonna be Brogdon in 2 years. Some young kid is gonna come on that team. He's gonna be like, you know what? I got my tenure. I'm out.
Yeah, but the knee is shot.
Yeah,
the knee is damaged.
He has to think about life after basketball. You don't want to be like Dirk Nowitzki. You know, Dirk can barely walk, right?
Wow, I didn't peep it. I saw the little documentary that he did with Luca, and I didn't really see that he couldn't walk. But it's TV, so they make anything look good on TV.
When you that big, like you your knees and your ankles mean a lot, and it's hard to keep them, healthy playing a sport. So,
Right.
made his money. You're not gonna win a championship, so you might as well sit down.
Damn. Cold blooded, man. You know what? I do think that it has to come to that point at some because the knee is damaged. There's nothing he could do for the knee, right?
Hmm.
The only thing he could do is pray that he doesn't hurt it bad. So, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him to let it go because he went from MVP to just injured dude.
Yeah, that
It's wild.
ego is what keeps players like not wanting to, take a lesser contract. Understand that I'm getting older, but I could stay with the team if I just take a lesser contract. Let them
Exactly.
build a team outside of me being the main focus. That's what happened to Patrick Ewing. His ego made him
Exactly.
retire in Orlando. You could have shut up, take less money, let them build around somebody, Houston and Spreewell and all them, take less money and just, stayed on a team, retired with the team, like Dirk Nowitzki did. People should follow what Dirk did and what Tim Duncan did. They took less money as they got older. As they got
That's
older,
true.
they took less and less money. Let me stay with my team and be the hero for my team.
That's true. That's why I hope Brunson doesn't get screwed over because he did it at to me the highest level. You rarely
Yeah,
see. I mean, I don't think we ever seen that much money sacrificed. But
I'm
you
gonna make
know,
a prediction.
what's up?
Everybody hates Cat $60 million. I think Cat is gonna take a contract around the $40 million range.
Mm,
His extension,
that makes sense.
because he'll be in his 30s. He won't be as athletic anymore, but he'll still be a shooting big that got low post game and can pass. So you can pay him
Yeah,
less money,
I can see that.
continue to build, around the other pieces that are around, or if one of the young players gets better, and keep it moving. If he wants to stay in New York, but he could wind up being a Patrick Ewing. I wouldn't want to be
Ha,
that, but all right,
damn.
bless.
Salute to
Oh,
Patrick Ewing though, but yeah,
before we
yeah.
start talking about other stuff, we I got the Don Walsh thing. All right, I don't
Oh
remember
yeah, let's talk
if
about
it
that.
was, I don't remember if it was Dwayne Wade or LeBron, but they were telling the story of how they went to New York and they rolled this dude out on a wheelchair, and they were all like, "Nah, we're not doing it." Because in Miami, you have Pat, who I don't know why all Knicks fans hate Pat Riley. I'm for their
You don't know
story.
why?
No, no, I don't. I know you'll say it. He retired on facts or whatever. I don't care how you quit your job, man. They weren't giving you what you want. You had to go do you.
But here's the thing, right? He was, and this was from Chris Herring, Blood in the Garden. He was negotiating behind the backs of the Knicks
Yep,
while under contract.
yep,
You're not supposed to do that.
yep. Because
And then
they were never gonna give him what he wanted, and he already knew that.
right. But then as a Knicks fan, it was well in the book they talk about that they don't think his heart was in the right place during that playoff.
Which
And
one?
maybe if he was 100% all in, we probably would have won. Not to say that he threw the game because you got to be careful nowadays. But maybe if he wasn't thinking about I have this backup plan, maybe he could have made some changes
You
to
talking
help
about
better prepare us.
the Houston series?
I'm talking about no, this is 95. I think 95 was the last playoffs. Well, let me pull it up.
Last playoffs. We went to we kept going to the playoffs.
No, I'm saying with him. With him.
Oh, I don't remember his last year. I don't. What year we went to the title? Was it 94?
94. I'm talking about the year after that. The year
Oh,
after that was his last year, and he was supposed to sign the extension, but like you said, he wanted part ownership, and the Knicks couldn't give it to him. So he
the
went
Knicks
to
couldn't give it to him because I think at that point, they were owned by a corporation. Yes, it wasn't like a sole entity, so they didn't
it
want to give
was
him ownership.
right, yeah, it was because it was damn, what was the cable company that owned them? I think it was IT Communications. I think
Yeah,
they owned them,
yeah.
and then Cable Dolan and them, they were like the minority. I think at that point they were just like minority shareholders. And so because of that, they was like, yo, we can't this is not a mom and pop operation. So they literally couldn't do it because it was a corporate structure. You mean you had to get board of directors involved, they would
Yep.
have to vote on it would be a crazy long process that he would already have a job somewhere else before that process would have went through.
Hey,
So
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm pulling up the year.
Shout out to James Dolan for being one of the best owners in sports. Knicks fans need to stop making their opinion the opinion that they get from the media. Knicks
Right.
fans need to realize all social media entities hate Dolan because he's his own social media. He's his own media. He has his own media. That's why they hate him. That's why ESPN hates him and makes him the bad guy. That's why the Post hates him. That's why all of these entities hate him because he doesn't need them. He has his own
Right.
media. Like so to
Right.
paint him as the bad guy and you know a rich dude that doesn't know nothing about sports that says, "Hey, here's my wallet. Win me a
Yep.
championship." You should be applauding that. I mean, the man, he tried his best. He got IT. Everybody's hating on Isaiah Thomas, but who here didn't like David Lee? Who here didn't like Wilson Chandler or Nate Robinson or all these young players who went to other teams and did great, but everybody hated the collection of them when they were on our team? That makes no sense. They needed time to gel, but there's no time in New York when the media is constantly telling you hate the Knicks because everything they do is bad, and Knicks fans just eat it up and hate the Knicks.
Right. And yeah, and I think like the whole the Dolan fashion to me is kind of played out because he made the change and took himself out of the limelight. He wasn't talking about players no more, not doing none of those things. So like when do you get a second chance in life? Like people
Yeah.
acting like you can't repent or atone for, your wrongdoings. By the way, I got the series on the screen, right? So this was the series in 95 with the Pacers. We lost 3-4. And a lot of
Okay.
people felt like
Was that the
be-
finger roll miss?
I think that was the finger roll miss with Ewing. Yep. I got the box score on the screen.
How that's
So a
right.
lot of I think that was the finger roll miss. I hope that was it. It was a long time ago. But bottom line is a lot of people question like, what was he all in? Because like people believe like like in order to like have the success, you have to be all in. You can't be worried about your job, your pending job in Miami, and thinking about that going into a series.
Oh, I think he was already in Miami. He was
Hey,
already
you see what I'm saying?
because I mean, in the back of his mind, I got ownership. They gonna make me the president. Like,
Right. Screw these dudes. And there was a moment, Chris Herring writes this in the book, right? There was a moment where he was looking at the Garden logo and looked away, walked away, then looked back at it, and then walked away. And he felt like that symbolized him turning his back on the Knicks.
yeah,
So that
yeah. But I mean, I can't blame a man for doing better for himself, bro.
no, you could do better, but like at least have class and and be like, yo, man, you know what? I'm done. The way they did it, because they had to get arbitration, and then the Knicks had to give them permission to do the deal because I think he still was on the contract. I think he might have had another year on his deal. Hold on. How many years he used here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he had a 5-year deal. So he was still in the contract while he was talking. He had one more year to the Knicks. So the Knicks had to let him go in order for him to go to Miami.
Yeah. And you see what Mellow Mike just put in the chat?
What he said?
It took a long time to find the right guy, and that's Leon Rose. You know, James Dolan wanted to hire Leon Rose a long time ago, and I don't know if it was David Stern or this new guy told him, I don't think that's a good idea because, you know, at that time, people didn't hire agencies or, you know,
Right.
people who worked in the agency. So he
Right.
had to wait until OKC did it and everybody else did it before he, you know, it was accepted for him to do that. That's one of the reasons why Dolan really hates the NBA, because they really just jump on his back and allow
Facts.
the teams to do nonsense. And now there are no more owners in the NBA. It's all
Nope.
corporations.
All
And
corporations.
NBA
Yep.
fans don't realize how bad that's going to be. Like, these people
Facts.
don't care about nothing but the money no more. It's a corporation. There's nobody there that says, "Oh, this is me and I want to build something."
Right.
It's gonna get ugly. And Dolan tried to warn everybody, and everybody's like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you're the bad guy." Okay, you're gonna see who the bad guy is.
Look at the TV network, right? I know you're not in New York, so right. So we had to watch the game on Amazon, but we like to watch the game on MSG.
Yep.
So now that was the fight because the new network deal, games is on every night. So now if I'm a regional network, which by the way, they all suffer. Damn near every network went bankrupt, every single one. I think maybe the only one, I'm not sure about the Lakers and the Clippers, but every network, regional sports network, went bankrupt. Every single one. I might exaggerate. They all went bankrupt, including MSG networks. They went bankrupt too. Remember, they had to settle. So, when they signed these national TV deals, like they did, and now you got 38 Knicks games on national TV, how does that impact MSG, which relies on the Knicks? The Knicks is the number one thing on MSG.
Yep.
So, it's
And that
yeah.
crutches the owner that has their own deal. Like, not every owner back then had their own network, but some of them had deals with networks. And now
Right.
their deals were turned into trash just because of this. Like, I mean, that was ugly what happened in the NBA, and nobody really noticing. You know, they just see the
Yeah.
big money that's coming to the NBA, but you didn't see how it destroyed the NBA. The NBA is about to be the WWF. You see all
I'm
this
so,
gambling and all of this other stuff. Okay,
yes, it's
yeah,
wild.
it's about to be the fakest basketball y'all ever seen in y'all life. If
Man,
it's not already fake.
I just want to win the championship though, Cole. I ain't gonna lie, man. You
Yeah,
can
let
hit
me
us
get
with the
one
Pablo
before
Torre. Yeah, let's get the one. Then you can hit me with the Pablo Torre. Oh, wait a minute. They got Giannis, but they did it like, you know what I mean? Like, let's get it first, and then Pablo can come and but nah, you're right. I mean, the product is, I like it. It's fantastic, but it's so much politics around the game and things going on that it just takes away. That's why I went to school. I went to school for sports management. I changed my major because I'm like, yo, man, it's like the game is just cutthroat. It's like I don't want to be a part of that game. I love ball. I love it. But, imagine I got a player and he might be my only client, but now he don't know nothing. So I could go get a little extra, 5, 10%, because this guy don't know nothing. He's just gonna sign whatever. And that's the corruption,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that comes with, that's part of the corruption that comes with it. because it is a business. So, and bottom line, and that's why to bring it back to Mitch, that's why I'm saying, look at Kumunga. Now Kumunga is oh man, he's a key part of the team. But just 5 months ago, the
He
brother
didn't
couldn't get in
play
the
with
game. You know, it's hey.
Yeah, if the NBA is very fickle. Something you said earlier, maybe it wasn't
What's
you.
up?
I think it was you. You said the NBA is getting bigger, right?
We in terms of what, viewership or what?
No, playing like they're playing more bigs or whatever. Did you say that
Oh
earlier?
yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Like you're starting to see. I mean, overall, I think the league might be smaller, but what I'm saying today, you're starting to see because Wemby's coming there, and now you're starting to see 2 7-footers on the floor together, like in Houston. So that's what I mean by it. You see teams adding size to their lineups in whatever ways, whether it be Houston also going with Thompson as a point guard
Yeah, they
because
should have
he
been with
actually
Thompson. That dude Thompson is Michael Jordan and Anthony Hardaway mix. That kid is crazy. If he gets a jump shot, it's a wrap for the NBA.
right.
Y'all
See, and
think that
that's another
Gildrich
part.
kid is good? No, this kid plays defense, and he's unstoppable. He just can't shoot.
Got you.
Um, yeah, but to that point, when you were saying, the NBA is getting bigger, a problem that I have with a lot of coaches, and it's not just the NBA, because I coach like AAU. People tend to go with trends and try to fit whatever team unit they have around a trend instead of looking at what you have and build around that, work your offense around that. Like
Right.
a real coach will take what he has and make that winner out of what he has instead of trying to make these players do something that they can't do. You know?
And that's what Mike Brown is doing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. A real chef, a real cook will go in the kitchen and say, "All right, these are your ingredients. All right, I'm gonna make this." Bam.
Yep. Yep.
The
And
other,
then he got this. Then he got the assistant guy, the coordinator guy there.
mm-hmm.
You know, so he got the help too,
And
and they're
smart
doing
enough
a
to
great
use it.
job.
Smart enough to use it. That's what makes you a good
Facts.
coach. You have this, use it. Don't let it sit there wasted. Don't let your coaches just be sitting around laughing because they know they don't have no job to do. Because if they talk to you, you're just gonna ignore them. Ice, ice, ice.
Mm,
Come on, bro.
right.
Listen to your coach.
Nah, good point. Good point. I'm not even mad at it. Yeah, you're on the money, man. So hopefully, when you log back into your fantasy league, you know,
I'm
you
showing
trade
you.
me you trade me
I ain't never
Sabonis.
traded you the bonus, bro.
And you know, somebody had the audacity. I think that was my man BS 10. He was like, "Yo, give me Donovan Mitchell, and I'll give you Bam Adebayo. Um, who else was it? Bam, two other players, two other guards, I think. I'm not sure if it was Hero, not Hero. It was like two other guards. I was like, listen, man. I sent the funny message. I said, you know, the Knicks were rumored to want to get Spider, and this is my opportunity to have Mitchell on my team. So I won't. I said something crazy like, guys, man, nobody gonna want to do a trade with me because I'll turn down all them trades. I said, but cool, I'll let you get your final word, man. Yo, great call, coach, man. You know your stuff, man. I could tell you know your stuff.
Yeah, I've been watching basketball a long time, but I don't ever have a final word, bro. I leave all the final words to you. You let me talk for 35 minutes, so
Yeah,
everybody like and subscribe. Get into the Discord if you can.
facts.
Karan puts a lot of work into what he does. If you really
That
pay
facts.
attention, he put a lot of work into what he does. That's why I be calling your show. I'm like, this dude just be doing a lot.
Yo, coach, I studied the game of basketball, bro. Like
Yeah,
literally.
it shows in your work, bro. You're doing an awesome job.
I appreciate that, man. Like that's why I like to. I like to put everything on Front Street so you can see that I'm not capping. Like I'm gonna put the camera back on, right? So Like these are all notes from game. Oh, damn. Hold on. Not the schedule. Hold on. These are all notes from game one. Like it's a whole bunch of papers in here. Like it's no cap. Like I literally study the game, bro. That's why when I tell you like, oh, you know, Karl Anthony Towns, you know, spacing and all that stuff, and or he put Towns over here, he moved them over here. He was in the corner, top of the key. Like I literally studied the game of basketball, yo. Like I treat it seriously. I always was like that. Like objective fan hoop videos, right? After I play, sometimes I stay in the park for like an additional 2-3 hours, just watching dudes play. Just sitting there, just like, damn, you know, calling out stuff. Yo, go over the screen. You know, ice, right? All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
To bring it to what you were
next
saying.
summer, wait. During the winter, you still gonna do it? You going to gyms or something, or what you gonna
I'm
do?
trying to find a good gym, man. I'm in Westchester, man, so it's like I don't really know what's going on up here because I always go to Brooklyn for everything.
Yeah,
Um, I gotta find a gym to go to that I could
I would.
record so I could keep it going.
I wanted to I coach my son, everything about my son, so I wanted to kind of bring him on your show, like when you bring him to the park or whatever. But
Okay.
he in season right now, so he can't like take a trip to me to New York. But next summer we definitely gonna do that.
Yeah. When you come up, how
We
old is
should
your
make it a
son?
channel thing. Try to get as many people from the channel, do a little tournament or whatever.
That would be cool. That would be cool. That would be cool. But how old is your son again?
He's 16.
Oh, okay. Because my nephew is 11, and
Okay.
he's nice, right? But he's just short. But like, yo, we played a game of 21 with him, and yo, we looked up, he had 12. Like, how the hell you had 12? Yo, he don't miss no shots. He don't miss no free throws. Like, if you don't guard him, he's gonna make it
Chris Paul.
100%. It's
Chris
just that
Paul.
he don't got the size. And once he gets the size, he's gonna be a phenom. This kid, he studies back. I tell him, yo, watch Jalen Brunson, watch this, you know?
Yeah, point
And
guard.
point guard, yeah. Yep.
That's what I did with my son. I made him watch. I ain't never gave my son a toy in a day in his life. The only thing I ever gave him was a basketball video game, basketball cards. Like I
Right.
made him like basketball. That's it. So if
Mm,
and I told him to watch. I used to put on YouTube and make him watch the old point guard, Isaiah Thomas. I used to make him watch these guys because I wanted him to be like a real point guard. And that's what he
right.
does, pass the ball. So if you teach that kid how to be just a point guard and he's already a shooter, man, he'll find himself with a nice scholarship, go to school.
Let me tell you how nice he is. He was 6th grade. He playing with the 8th grade team.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I had my son on. He was playing varsity basketball in the 8th grade, varsity high school basketball.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, man. But yo, man, coach, great rapper, man. Great rapper with you, man. Definitely basketball. Whenever you come up here, you let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know.
100%.
I might have a gym for us to work out too. Like not like a gym that we can run.
Oh, okay.
Nobody else there. Like we could do whatever we wanted.
Hey, man. That's what's up, man. Just let
How
me know
far are
whatever
you
you're trying
from
to do.
Rockland County? You know where Rockland County is?
Oh, I'm not that far at all. I'm in Westchester County. So that's
Okay,
that's Tarrytown.
yeah.
You go over that Tarrytown Bridge.
I used to live there. And we still got a house out there, so we could
No?
get up the
Matter of
street.
fact, speaking of Tarrytown, that's where I was with my nephew. That's where we played at. We played at Tarrytown Park over there.
Oh,
Huh?
okay. That's my problem.
That's where we played him at. And that's when I was like, damn, yo, like, how the hell you got 13? But then, I had to come. I won the second game. I'm like, yeah, you ain't going to beat me again, especially now that I know what you're going to do. So I'm just going to block all your shots. I don't let little kids win nothing, man. I ain't, listen,
Me
I'm not letting
neither.
them win
But
nothing.
the problem is, they remember that when they get a little older, and you get
Oh,
a
yeah.
little older.
I know I'm
and
cooked.
they're like,
I'm cooked. Yeah, listen, once my nephew get height, I'm cooked. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do with him. I already know, yeah, I'm cooked.
I don't even
100%.
play my son. He knows if I play him, I'm just gonna foul his ass.
Well, yeah, he's 16, so you know, it's them 16-year-olds they be having some. I don't know how tall he is, but you know, by the time I was at 16, I was the height I am now. So
Damn, aren't you like 6'8"?
yeah, I'm like 6'2". Like, once I was 6 foot when I was a ninth grader. So, and then when I got the junior, became a junior, that's when I got that extra 2 inches,
Wait
and
a
I've been
minute,
the
you said
same
you're
height ever since.
6'2"?
Yeah, I'm 6'2" right now. Yeah.
I
Huh?
seen you in a picture with a point guard. You were taller than him. Who was that?
That
Was
was
that Brunson?
Brunson.
You're
That was
taller
Jay.
than
That was
Brunson?
it.
How tall is he?
Everybody was saying that. When I looked at him, I was like, "Yo, man, you ain't that tall, dog. I'm taller than you."
said that? You said it to him?
No, I didn't say that. Yo, I froze up. You didn't hear the story?
Nah.
The unfiltered thought. You gotta go listen to the unfiltered thought, man. I explained. Yeah, I explained the story of everybody. I told y'all who the asshole was. Who, I told you everybody. I told you everything about those 2 days from those pictures. So yeah, I explained the story. It's funny. It's funny. But yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut it down because
All right.
I want to record another video after this.
Hey, when's the next show? All right, get on.
So the next show is going great question. So not Sunday, because Sunday I'm gonna be pre-recording the podcast. So every Sunday night now, I'm gonna be pre-recording This Week Inside the Knicks. So the next post-game show will be Tuesday. After that, we play that's the Milwaukee game. Oh, that's gonna be a good game. So after that Milwaukee game, that's when we'll go live.
Is Milwaukee good?
They 2-0 right now. They beat Toronto, and Toronto is nice.
No, they ain't.
Oh, okay. You think that they smacked Atlanta like it was nobody's business the first game? They smacked Atlanta bad in Atlanta. No injury excuses either. It was everybody was there. They got cooked. RJ went off. RJ's a part of my fantasy team too. He went off. Yeah, looking like the number one option. Yeah.
That's sad if he's your number one option.
Listen, this is a different. Listen. When do we see Toronto? I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be surprised. We see Toronto November 30th, right? By the way, see this right here. I'm looking at my notes, right? You see that? Bam, that's gonna be in the journal. Anyway, so Toronto on November 30th. I wouldn't be surprised if they 500 or over 500 when we see them.
500.
Yep. On November 30th, I wouldn't be surprised. November 30th, Toronto is like 11-8 or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because they got Quickly, Ingram, and Barnes, bro, with RJ. That's tough.
Does Ingram play?
Yeah, he plays.
Oh.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, hell yeah. He back off injury.
Ingram's always injured.
Nah, he's dead now. Now, will they be healthy? I can't guarantee that. I can't guarantee that. Definitely can't.
I'm not gonna hog all your time. I know you probably want to do your announcements before we get off.
Yeah, no doubt. But I do appreciate you, Coach, man.
Yeah,
great conversation, man.
To the chat, man. So condolences
to my man AP.
Again.
Yes, sir. And Yuri, 100%.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, peace, bro.
We'll talk, Coach. Peace. That was my man, Coach, man, one of the first channel member. And he's supposed to be in he actually is in the Discord server. He just, he gotta regain his access. But salute to my man Mellow Mike. I see you, AP. AP, definitely, man. Definitely was a great show. I let the callers rock out tonight because we didn't get as much callers. But when we start getting more callers, I will be limiting the calls to 5 minutes. And then just so, because I want to get more people calling in. But once again, on the way out, go check out the 82 Nights, a Basketball Fans Companion, Season Journal, and Stat Tracker bundle. You get a whole lot with this, man. Definitely go check it out on thisweekinsidetheknicks.com. it comes with a lot, man. I mean, you get the 83 game notes, 163 pages. It's going to look something like this. It's going to look something like this. You write your notes in there. See the game scores, quarter notes, right? Right, and then the other page, page 2, looks like this. Looks like this. Man, see that? Yeah, man, get yours now, man. You get all the stats, bro. So you could be like me and just be like, yo, who we play on November 30th? Toronto Raptors. Yeah, man. But man, great show once again. I see you guys on Tuesday. I'm gonna try to be. I'm gonna drop some shorts and videos in between there. Every day we dropping content. Um, got a lot of plans in store. Now that the journal is done, I'm happy. I'm getting ready to go hard promoting that. But my next thing is I'm coming out with a new merch line every month. Yeah, I said every month I'm gonna have a new line. I already talked to the designer. Designer I got is he's really good too, and he's down with it. So that's coming next. But that's all I got for you guys. On the way out, definitely join the channel. I always talk about joining the channel before I go, so I think I'm gonna do the same thing before I get up out of here. So when you join the channel, we got 2 packages. You got the Star Knicks fan, hardcore Knicks fan. I always tell you about the Star Knicks fan because that's all you need. Now, when you join the channel, you'll get access to the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Now, by the way, if you did join the channel in the last couple of days, all you have to do is go to the community section and click on the last post, and you'll see it'll say the discount link for the shop. Matter of fact, I gotta repost that. I'm gonna repost it. So when you look in the community section, you'll find the discount link for the shop, for the journal, because members do get a discount. Forgot to say that. My bad. There was another member that came in here. I forgot to salute you. I always give a salute to the members. Is it Lou? Salute to my man Lou in the building. If you still here, I did see you. I just forgot to give you that salute. I always salute to the channel members. But when you join the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server after you become a channel member, it's a great way to extend the conversation with me. If you're feeling the show, we talk about the Knicks 24/7. I'm in there giving my game detailed breakdowns. Some of the stuff you see me write on my notes here, right? Not that page, but this page here. I dropped this in the Discord. I'm keeping track of plus minus. I didn't keep track of the deuce plus minus because I'm like, they was playing really well. So I felt like I didn't need to. But, certain things I drop into the Discord in real time. And we talk all sports. Now, on the way out really quickly, we also do members only live chats, members only live shows like when I hoop. Members only live content like the Unfiltered Thought. I think I'm gonna do another one tonight. I did one on what's going on with Towns, Mitch, and Hakordi. And in this video, what you saw tonight actually came out of that video. Cause I'm like, yo, I think this is what Mike Brown's doing. It only makes sense. So, the Unfiltered Thoughts is just me, 3:00 in the morning, kind of like how it is getting close to right now. I just hit the record button and I just talk, man. I just talk. And and this is the video I was telling you, Coach, number 24, stories from the Knicks alumni game. That's the video that has the crazy Jalen Brunson story. Man, you guys wouldn't believe how I just dropped the ball. I just put it like that. I dropped the ball in front of Brunson. Mellow Mike know what I'm talking about. He was there. Now, so you get access to that. Of course, members always get shouted out and members get discount on the merch. So the merch you see now, I will put the link in there, y'all. So thank you guys for rocking with me. I also do a gamification check on the way out. Salute to all the channel members, man. I appreciate you guys. I don't know where my soundboard is. Hold on. Gotta do it right. Salute to all the subscribers, man. If you're watching the show and you're not subscribed, subscribe, man. Hit that like button so more Knicks fans will check out the channel, man. And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. But on the way out, my man AP number one, one of the first channel mods. Salute to you. Mellow Mike number 2, channel member. Salute to you. Buzzer Beater, I see you in the building at the number 3 spot. My man Coach, channel member, one of the first mods, number 4. Randu in the house. Salute to you, Randu, at the number 5 spot. Then we got Michael, BS 10258. BS 10258. Come on, man. I need some bonus. Wait, do you have Randall? No. Coach has Sabonis. You have Randall. I need Randall, man. Please do that Randall trade, man. I need Randall. Salute to my man J-Tab Mob. I see you. Channel member, one of the first mods, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Same thing with HRM the Great, who is the architect behind the Knicks Tape Madness Cup. Salute to him. My man Stevie Nicks, salute to you. Always hit me up on TikTok with some good content. My man Dwayne Dennis, I see you. Beaming boys in the house. Okay, Esco Harlem in the building too. Gangstar. And my man Lou, channel member in the house. Latoria B, I see you in the place to be. And the outspoken introvert, man. Round of applause for you guys. Hold on, get the soundboard right. Gotta get the soundboard right. Salute to everybody that tuned in. And that's all I got for you guys. So as you know, as I always do, let's go Knicks.